It's the Tonya Burns show, don't you know? Like and share, let's make it glow. Flint City News, we bring the heat. When we fight, we beat defeat. I won't give up, I won't stand down. The city's heart will never drown. Together we rise, we've got the power. See, we find the hour. The residents deserve much more. Let's break these chains, open the door. The fight is ours, victory inside. Flint City strong, we'll make it right.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Listen, I hope everybody is doing well. It is technically my fault. I had a meeting tonight and I thought the 9:30 would be enough. And clearly I was wrong. I was clearly wrong. But what I need y'all to do is click like, share, and subscribe. Click like, share, and subscribe. Because y'all know we're about those views and clicks. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. But we're going to get into that. For me, it's about good government, good policy, and bringing everyone together in inclusiveness. So look, I need y'all to help click like, share, and subscribe. And I need to do the same, actually. So Producer Jay, how are you?
What's going on? I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we really are kind of like winging it. I ain't gonna say winging it. Normally, I don't think everybody knows how much time is spent, when we prepare or do a show. What am I doing? That is not in the right. And so today we're kind of going for it. So I want to kind of have the input of people. Everybody watched that meeting. That meeting was a lot. It was a lot. So I can't see everybody. Oh, he putting them up. So to everybody, so this is who's on my screen now because it's messed up. Hey, Reed. Hey, Avis. Hey, JP6. I'm telling you because I can't see them all. I got to have Avis Hopkins. Hello. Dr. Padroni. Tia Austin. Berta Baby. Jazzy Melody. Sweetheart Shell. Jeremiah Jackson. Mimi Connor, Auntie M, I ain't going. God knows some of them names I just like to say. Let me see. Okay, I think it stopped going up for me. No, it did. Okay, here we go. Cheryl Hart, Andre Holland, BB Madden, hey, Megan Swanson, Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Okay, that's about as far as my what's name gonna go, y'all. I'm just saying. So if I didn't say a common sense, Angela Lynette, Donnell Meredith, and I ain't even had a chance to share it out, y'all. So listen, if you're on the Facebook side or if you're on the YouTube side, I want to say thank you for spending your time with me and Producer Jay. And to one of them is on vacation, so I hope she's not even in here. To my moderators, thank you to Sheena Beckton and Patrick Jing for moderating. Hey, Brenda Boyd, Common Sense, Michael Clatt, the VIP room, Glenda Lang, Shayna Shepherd. Look, all them popping at the same time.
It's called that YouTube and Facebook algorithm.
Brenda Boyd, Cheryl Mookie Jones, Common Sense. I know. So look, it's really like everything just like dropped it. So y'all, we're gonna have some talk. We're gonna do some call-ins. And we're gonna do this. I don't think that see, not a dog want to talk and play. Okay. Donald West III. So listen, Producer Jay, what did you think about yesterday's meeting? And I do want everyone to know. People were like, "Oh, but where were you? Where were you? Oh, why would I miss a meeting? Everybody worried. Okay, where is she at? I was in the back on a conference call that I had. I had a scheduled conference call, and then I had come out. Davina had knew about it. Hey, St. Mark's Baptist Church, Yvette Bailey. And so it's just a lot going on. And when I came out, it was interesting. I missed a lot of public speaking. I have not been able to listen to the entire meeting because literally, and it's something me and Councilwoman Winfrey Carter talked about. I get what do you call it? PTSD after the meetings. Those meetings are a lot. Sheena, you're supposed to be on vacation. You're supposed to be on vacation. So yes, Monday, October 13th, be a great evening at Calvary United Church. St. Mark will be fellowshipping there, and they want the community to come out. I know. Thank you. Look, producer Jay is on. Don't y'all forget to tip the producer down at the bottom, because I did not send him that today. So he is really going on. Let's see how well he knows how I do a show today. Okay. So St. Mark's Missionary Baptist Church restoration service will be this coming up Monday at 6:30. It will be at Calvary United Methodist Church on Flint at 2111 Flushing Road. Bishop Trotter will be there. We want you to come fellowship. They're going to have to let me sing a solo, okay? I'm still mad they didn't let me sing when John was preaching at the Pentecostal Walk in Jerusalem, just like John, okay? But listen, come fellowship this Monday, 6:30 with St. Mark, with Pastor Kevin Thompson of St. Mark's Baptist Church and Bishop Larry Trotter, whose church is in Chicago. So he came a long way. So look, we're going to have a good time. Come fellowship. Let's show each other some love, because that we're missing some love and some good vibes. People have just kind of secluded themselves back. So come fellowship. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. And people not doing that much on Mondays, except for me. Look, I got 2 other meetings besides this on Monday, but the Lord will probably get my time. Okay. So listen to Jasmine M. And let me go back up now. Abandoned Faith. Tania Walker. I think I called everybody up now. And if I didn't, and I'm trying, no, it's okay. I'm not going to be able to catch everybody up, y'all. I'm sorry. So Denise Cousins, hey, giddy up and raise them up. Randall McGee. So listen, don't forget this Monday coming up. Got my water. I don't know. I have an addiction problem, so this might not be water, according to the person who was just charged with a felony and a misdemeanor, who had their record erased. I'm sorry, clean slated. Who's trying to state with him and his padre that I'm a known alcoholic and cocaine abuser, is what he stated. Now, we know how much credibility he has, because all he do is lie. He lying where he stay. Don't get that woman kicked off parole. Oh, she'll have to go back to prison for him. He lived there knowing good and well he died. Meat Freaks Barbecue. Hey, Shantae, I need to send a thing to you, because we need a meeting. And Berta, baby. So listen, we this don't even bark at all. He just not barking. So listen, so we're gonna get started. And so if it's something that you want to talk about, we got a lot that we going on. And then at the end, towards the end, Gutter Black, hey, we gonna get into some things, because I was really kind of surprised towards the end. I like to see that LaShawn she was really very stern in what she felt. What's going on, JWC? Councilwoman Winfrey Carter is in the house, y'all. She's in the house. So although we may have fun on here and me bringing topics, hey, Debbie Clark, the twin, I want people to know that these things that are happening are very serious. Our government does not function to any capacity normal. It does not. I was not joking when I said I hope her fingerprints are not on that garbage bag that had that gasoline. I was serious about that. I'm not joking about that. I did not call her arsonist, but she called herself one. So Brenda McGee said, I'm glad LaShawn gave Candace that. She needed it. Listen, she meant that. LaShawn walked away like, girl, I got a pressing curl. I'm not ready to sweat none of my roots out for you. And it's we can laugh and kind of joke about, hey, Christine Chandler and Raphael Burr, Queen Hanifa, how are you? I sitting up there, and LaShawn's been very quiet and taking stuff in. And I think it just kind of, the Quante, but you lit them up. She's been very quiet, sitting there taking things and observing and learning. And everybody knows those 5 votes. I'm quite sure we got to save the 5 votes, but I don't think that, I will say me and Jerry have good conversations with LaShawn. She's there. And what I will do, because she's there, if she ever needs my help, I want whoever's serving, to be the best counsel, because they don't talk about, when people say they're tired of the council, get rid of all of them. And that's what they say. And so I'm not at that point. So we have to be very specific as to who's doing what. And if LaShawn needs help, I'm going to help her. Just like when she had asked about, I asked her a question. I said, hey, does your person have a resume? She's like, no. I said, well, is she here? And she says, no. And she looked like, I said, because normally they hear Liddell. They don't have to have, we don't need that. Liddell is a very mean and vile individual. She just is. And so I don't want LaShawn to, because we have y'all watched the shows when everyone, they ask for, they get sent back because they don't have a resume. People just want to meet who is the person. And so they did get a resume, but Liddell is so dysfunctional. And you see where she said, you better join over here. You better get with the group. And then literally to hear them say, Candace told her, you've been wanting to be with them anyways. You fake. You wanted to be with them anyways. What is them? We are supposed to be a body of 9. It's not them and us, but this is what they have turned it into, a them and a us. And so LaShawn was over there hearing it all night long as Liddell and Candace were talking about me. Literally, I live rent-free in their minds. So, Producer Jay, let's get started. And so we're gonna talk. So we're gonna talk about the wonderful drug. The one the city attorney said, ain't no way we're gonna pass this today or 30 days because it had not been vetted. So, and one of those stooges that they are, hi, Miss Irma Shaw, how you doing? Hey, Lewis Smith. So one of them thought it was a good idea to bring forth a resolution that would violate people's constitutional rights. Why? They haven't been hit in their pocket. When they do stuff, they are not guaranteed qualified immunity. Like Mayor Neely didn't get qualified immunity. When it's something that they're doing outside of their scope. So let's give a for instance. So say, for instance, every time I talk, they keep taking the floor from me. Leave that up, though, too, Producer Jay, please. They keep taking the floor from me. Taking my time, just talking crazy, being disrespectful, remove me from my seat. So what this means is, if I were to sue them and all the derogatory, I'm supposed to be on drugs now, and I'm a known alcoholic and cocaine user, is what Leon, who has been to prison, who has been, someone shot him, he said, in his head, someone who had a second chance with a clean slate, has been charged with the felony for strangulation less than murder, for domestic violence, and a misdemeanor. And then we're going to talk about that he doesn't live where he lives because, people have been over to the house. So if I were to sue them for trying to make sure they silence my voice, they don't get qualified immunity. Like Mayor Neely didn't get it. And I'm going to win. So they keep taking the time, and Candace can keep being whoever she is because they're not following the rules. You take time when the rules when they aren't followed. I didn't call. It's not up to her complete discretion. Not up to that. And so taking the floor to silence my voice. You can keep taking it because look, the investigators, my attorney, them, and these meetings are videotaped, all have it. So they can keep playing a little game if they want to with their disrespectful, nasty, kiddie-ish ways. But I take government and I take my elected seat very serious. And when I do. And so they will not get qualified immunity when I sue them. So that means you go after their house, their car, their baby bicycle, their pair of shoes that they was wearing pro socks with, trying to stuff them down in there. You go after all of that. You go after all of that. So qualified immunity, they will not get. And especially when it's outside the ramifications of the rules. I didn't call Adele an arsonist. She called herself one. And it is every week they do this. And I'm going to tell you this. One of the things that, and this is what they used to do to Councilman Mays. And there's a video. The video, I stopped. The video was, I caught them. Judy at the time had told me back in 22, well, they go after. And so one says something, and it's like a tag team. And so you'll notice when Candace says something, then Liddell, and then Judy, it's a tag team. I've seen this. I know y'all have this playbook. And it's silly and it's elementary. You're here to do a job. What I'm not going to do is allow them to run over me like that. I'm not going to do it. And as we're watching and partaking, because they've done it before, they did it with Councilman Mays. And so I don't know if this is why they because they had literally asked me, are you going to say something before? Absolutely not. The night that they removed Councilman Mays, they're like, you got, now me and Eva I never cared for her. And she's like, are you coming back to your seat? No, but I'm going to watch this because he's getting ready to fillet y'all. When they went to remove him from his seat and they suspended the rules, he just laid back and for the record, people, I did not remove Councilman Mays. So I don't know where that lie has got, started from. I don't know. I did not. But that night when they did it, and I told Master Mays, they get every time you say something, they're going to tag team you. And they did it. Yeah, look at Little Richard Jigsaw. I mean, that to me, and they're over there talking, the whole little meeting and going in and, being in the Shine guy, I'm assuming tired. But the tag teaming they did with Councilman Mays. And it got to a point with him when they moved him for 30 days, every meeting, everything's a warning. I'm bringing you to order. And they try to build their case. And that's what they're trying to do with me. You're not lucid. I'm not lucid. Oh, okay. Liddell, that outfit and that wig wasn't lucid. And so I can see what they're doing because they did this to Mays and they frustrated him. And they would remove him every meeting and the tag team and going back and forth. Well, you're out of order. You're out of order. That's going to be your warning. Are we going to do this? And Candace just standing there and, if this is not about government, let me tell you something. I honestly believe if they were removed, if LaShawn came over to ours, Jerry Murphy Carter was president, we wouldn't go against them. What we would do is have meetings where people were respected. We would have meetings where the residents were respected, where all colleagues, even the ones you may not care for, were respected, for open dialogue. And that's what it's about. My last meeting, some of the residents who come to the meetings said that I had on Monday, and they stated, we are glad that everyone's able to speak and to contribute and to, wrap up. When people up there talk, that's your time, and they cut you off. It's just the nastiness. It's just the nastiness. And so this is what they're doing. They're tag teaming. Every time I talk, they're going to say something. Shots are going to be taken because that's what Liddell does, who was harboring a fugitive, by the way, when Leon El Alamein of the Mount Morris Township, because that's what he put on his PPO, that he resides in Mount Morris Township is where it's at. They Oh, she said, is anyone else hard to hear me?
Your audio is fine on my end, and I just went on YouTube and looked. It's fine, so it's not on this end.
Why is Dr. Padroni calling me? I'm live, Dr. Padroni.
Your audio is choppy. Many people are saying it.
Yeah, I don't know if it shouldn't be mine.
Okay, well, okay, a lot of people are hearing it.
Oh, Brenda said choppy too. Huh?
Thanks, Tanya.
Yep, thanks. So
Audio is good on my end, and it's fine. So
it said it's skipping.
okay, let's keep going. It might fix itself.
Okay, so he's going to work on that. So, and you know, and a lot of, I don't know if that is picking up that dog too. So if you can hear me clearly, put me a 1. So BB Madden said, okay, some people said, okay, Clack said it's choppy. So it's not on every end. Look, are y'all on the west side over there? Some of y'all know, let me quit. Where the power is supposed to go out. So Summer said, hopefully it'll fix it. So he's going to be working on the back end.
Getting a lot of ones. It's fine. Let's go.
Okay. So, so I'm gonna keep moving through. So I want us to pay attention to every time what they're trying to do is build a case. We know they don't like Dennis, and we know they don't like me. So every time I talk, they will be interfering. And my attorneys and investigators are loving it because they're not as smart as they think they are. So we get this wonderful resolution, and the resolution is about drug testing. So the drug testing, so some of the things were, 1, what is the penalty? What is the penalty if you have drugs in your system? 2, it said elected city officials. It did not state that it was city council. So it didn't state that it was just to city council or to the mayor. And so it also brought into question. So could it mean other school boards? Because it said elected city officials. You know, who is it tied to? What's the penalty? The language was very ambiguous. Very ambiguous. And so the first question when it started was, did the legal department approve it? They said no. They had not approved it. The legal department had not approved it at all. And so they didn't approve it to even come out. So normal process with resolutions is that with the resolutions, they're approved by the legal department. They vet them to say, okay, you vote on them. And then after you vote, then it can, it passes in council. Then it can, you know, it can be enforced. So then they had it in about vehicles and I mean, different things. I'm like, we don't have city cars, you know. Then they had first responders. We're not first responders. Then we asked, okay, well, we're not. I asked Eddie, I said, Eddie, we are not city employees. I said, you do not have anything to do with us. He said, you are correct. I cannot enforce this with the HR. Okay. So what is their thing? So it was brought forth by Liddell, but you heard Leon doing a lot of talking. And I wouldn't even mention if I was Leon, because I believe they put up things about his marijuana, and then marijuana is legal. So is alcohol. But and here's my thing. When would I be drinking and doing cocaine around Leon? Leon is not in any of my friend circles. And in my friend circles, we don't do that. No. And we pass drug tests with our own urine. So I think they were trying to let's get something on her, and let's create a lie on Tonya and make it stick, because it was in the court papers where he lied and he slandered me. And yes, I'm going to sue him for that. He put in a court document. I've never used cocaine, crack. I never had a DUI, or OUI, nor public intoxication. So on here, he put, she's a known Leon, the one who was just charged with a felony for strangulation less than murder and a misdemeanor, who also had been to prison for drugs, came out, got the clean slate, and the one who still got some sketchy things that are going on said I was the one on drugs. He don't even live where he say he live. I mean, he's been caught in so many lies. And so here is a lie. One at the top of the paper, well, maybe that's true. He lives where he says he lives. So here he's got with the lollipop eyes that she is a known abuser of cocaine and alcohol. Well, it seemed like I would have had some OUIs, DUIs, public intoxication. Producer Jay, give me a minute. I need to take care of this. Okay. So on here, sorry, I got a co-host tonight. And so on here, where he actually put this on the paper, I had to go to court to get it removed. And I won. It was in Judge Hannibal's court, where he actually put this, and he said some other lies. So this is also where we found out he had been riding by my mother's house. And in my opinion, he is dangerous. He had been riding by where my ex and my son lives, taking photos at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. He's dangerous, in my opinion. He got on here. I'm on, I'm like, who does this? I mean, this government woof.
And he also can't spell alcohol, which is.
I didn't see that. How did he spell it?
Which also brings into question who's the one that's abusing alcohol and cocaine.
Well, definitely not. And look, and I never sold it. I never sold it. I never used it. Any of that. None of that. I never had anything, I did not. But here's the thing. Marijuana is legal. What I heard, he smokes it. Alcohol is legal. You can drink it. And so I don't know what a known alcoholic is, but this guy, to me, should not be on city council. One, he didn't meet the criteria by living there. And when we get him on here, he's voting and affecting the business of the city of Flint. He's a problem. He's got a domestic violence felony, which is serious. He has got issues, and he's a distraction. He shouldn't be sitting here. The fact he hasn't been removed is disturbing. And he's a liar. He is a liar. And so when you have a liar in the first ward, sitting there in the first ward seat, who on this paper, can you show the one where he's got his address? Because his address is, 3375. He wrote this. And it states down at the bottom, a true copy. A true copy. And so this is a court paper. This isn't my paper. This was the paper he filled out that he lives at that address. And when
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you was on pause. I just noticed something. Let me blow it up on this paper. I just noticed something on it. I'm gonna blow it up. Keep talking.
Okay, and so he's a distraction. The fact he's making, as he literally stated, we're making millions of dollars worth of decisions. Yeah, but you shouldn't be, Leon El Alamein. You have no business in that seat. And then the problem is the young lady at the house he's staying at is going to face some ramifications because she has to certify every single month that she lives there and that it's her. And he is putting her life in jeopardy, and her existence and how she's living. He's putting her parole in jeopardy because she's untethered. The person that lives at the house he claims he lives at on Mott Street is untethered. Leon El Alamein is untethered. You can't have two tethered people at the same house. Furthermore, he states, and we're going to get into that, his son lives there. So you're going to have your minor child there with a sex offender? That's child endangerment. Why is he on this council? And the fact that these women support him, Candace, Judy, and Liddell, he is horrible. Well, he's claiming he's got his son in the house with a sex offender. She just certified again on October the 1st. Police have been over there. She said no one lives there but her and her dog. Her and her dog. She's been certified since she's been there. The probation or parole officer certifies it. They even come there to the house. Why isn't he there? Why is he there? He has no business making any decisions for that first ward. And it's embarrassing that we can't get 5 votes because we can remove him for just cause. 5 votes removes him. He has beat up on this woman. I was in the emergency room. I saw the bruises. The officer McCain stated to the court, to Judge Judge Bailey, that he saw bruises, lacerations, and blood on her. That was the officer. Why are those women on that council protecting him? Why? What person, because I'm not going to call him no man, protecting someone who beats women? Y'all heard the audio. And I don't know if we still have the audio because we're going to play that. But the lady who was doing what she's supposed to do, who lives on Mott Street, she actually is trying to change her life, has a job, and compliant. And so why in the world is he there?
As of 3/21/2025, he lived at 3375 Sherman Avenue. The date's right there. As of 3/21/2025, he lived where it's circled.
Well, you know what? This is what he put on. He stated he lives there. You know, and he filed it is when you sign that, you're attesting and swearing that the items on here, what you put are true statement. So did he falsify a document? Nah, he was living at the 3375. That lady said ain't nobody live there but her and her dog. There's police reports for it. They've been over there. I mean, you can't, he has no business on here, and they're allowing this. And see, this is where we see that people don't care about, and it is a part of government because he's making decisions that he should not be able to make. He should not be able to make any decisions for the city of Flint, not at all. And he's making decisions with living at an address that is a Mount Morris Township, but has the city of Flint, but it's Mount Morris Township. Now you want to talk about a disgrace. He needs to be removed. And then he's so selfish that he got this other woman life in jeopardy too. She been there. So now they got to go all the way back because she has to report that the police came over there. She has to report it. And he just telling all it, just still lying. No, he needs to pull back, get off of there, get his life together, and stop listening to Liddell. Stop listening to her. So this is serious. And that woman, you know, she could have a part. Well, it's probably if he lives there with the child, it's a parole violation. She's a sex offender. Sex offender. So can you put the picture up? I sent it to you. Yes, it's blurred out, not very carefully. But you can't do this. He's so it's about him. What I call them? Sociopaths. People who exhibit this type of behavior are sociopaths. And this lady is, because he put that on it, she cannot be around children. She's a sex offender. And both of them have on tethers. Two people cannot be tethered together. So this is, well, her face is blacked out. Michigan sex offender at the top. She is tethered to that house. She's tethered to that house. And each time they went over there, it's her and her dog. He does not live there. Why is he making decisions? First Ward should be mad as hell. And I heard that they said that, they're going to have me. They won't nobody let the courts do it. Whoever the hell said that is the dumbest thing, because you don't let the courts. You got these people bought off of what I'm going to get some tree cutting and some menial stuff because they don't give a damn about the community. There are more gunshots going off over there. That's where that little girl, 14 years old, was shot in the back with a gun that pierced her lung. Day before that, it was like more than that, because they finally started to speak and they called me, because there are good people over in the First Ward. There are good people in the city of Flint who said, look, he don't belong to us. And we tired of these people telling us if we come to the meeting, don't say nothing when our neighborhood is so. And this guy who was still, they said, a drug dealer. I don't know if he is or not, but it's alleged. And I don't know what it is. There's something's wrong with him. But they should be speaking up. He's getting ready to get this lady in trouble who is a sex offender. You can't put two people on the ankle monitor in the same house. You can't. And have a child. That's child endangerment. It is child endangerment. He does not live at that house. Police have been over there a few times. It's not there. Donnell said, as a father of a daughter, I could never forgive any man that puts his hands on my child. That father that spoke at the lectern is disgraceful and disheartening. Kiki watched that too, and it hurt her. It hurt her. I wasn't in there when he said it, but I'm going to say this. I have two wonderful fathers, and neither one of them would have accepted that. It wouldn't have been there's no peace talk and I'm going to save you. None of that. None of that. She went through this for 10 years, and she's going through a lot right now. She's going through a lot, and she needs your prayers. She needs your prayers. So, Producer Jay, let's go on. What is our next thing? I mean, this guy, First Ward should be mad. There is an imposter. It's the First Ward council person over there. An imposter. Javar Ellis, I was pissed off that I found out that was her father saying all of this. Listen, I was amazed too. And then he said something about the ends, the NIGDAS, and don't understand and something. I'm like, you know what? There's some family issues, obviously there. How you gonna come to the podium or the lectern, say you're gonna forgive him and work for him, and don't mention your daughter's pain? I literally was on the phone her Monday. Her father did not show up to court when she went either time. Did not show up. She cried for so long on the phone. And just when you feel like everything's collapsing in on you and the hurt, it's just like it's collapsing in. But the fact that you don't have, your father, and she feels her support, I don't even know what that, he mentioned, there was sympathy for Leon. There was sympathy for Leon and staying because of it's his grandson. She ain't talked to her daddy since he made the post where she told, maybe she hasn't the past week, where he made the post where he broed up and was doing that with Mayor Neely. Her father needs to step back and be with his daughter. It's got to, because that's who your father is your protector. Little girls growing up know that if nothing else, their father is going to protect them. They know that. They know that their daddy going to be the one to get somebody to get them right. You know, that you're not going to talk crazy, or I'm going to get my dad. And I remember I used to say, to get this maybe a little bad, when my husband wouldn't do things when we were remodeling my first house. And he would be like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, dog, this taking you like a month to do. And I'd be like, okay, well, no problem. I'm gonna get my father to do it. Oh, you're gonna get your daddy to do it? Your daddy gonna fix everything in my house? Your daddy gonna fix it? And it made him fix it because he didn't want my daddy coming to fix it. That's the kind of father I have. I had the kind of fathers that when it came to, okay, what we fixing? I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna bring my tools, and you my son-in-law, and we're gonna fix this together. I'm gonna teach you the skills that I have. You're gonna protect my daughter, and I'm gonna make sure you good, because you not my son, you my bonus son. Because you protecting and taking care of my grandkids and my daughter. You providing them a home, you give them a safe place to stay. You ain't putting your hands on them. You're not demeaning, yelling, telling them, I'm going to bust you up in your mouth. And so a father protects their daughters and their children. The hurt that I can only imagine for the father to give empathy to Leon when she is still in her pain, when she is still trying to focus, still trying to figure it out. You show empathy and sympathy to her abuser. That is taking her back through it. You're inflicting pain. She needs her daddy to love on her. She needs her father to support her. To come in there and say that was mind-boggling. Because he stopped me on the way when I was going up to my seat. He was like, then I had to go. I had to go grab something from Davina. Her badge to borrow. And I was like, he was like, hey, Tonya, I said, hey. He said, I'm going to say something to Leon. I said, okay, well, okay. He said, I can't. I said, yeah, you're public speaking. You can say what you want. Then I looked at it last night when I got home. I'm like, thinking, that's what you said? Bruh. No. So keep Kiki in your prayers, because she needs it. She needs to be surrounded with support, with love. She needs it. Randall McGee said, I want to know what his end goal was. Was his end goal with that speech? Ain't nothing been settled yet. I have no idea. I know she's hurting. I know she's hurting. Her mother called me this morning and had a lot to say. Her mother had a lot to say, which helped me to understand why that was said. And her mother was going off. Y'all saw her mother. She did Janaeus Jackson. Janaeus Jackson went off. And she did. Ramon Strickland said he thinks he can issue the forgiveness. Okay. Yes.
Check your private chat right there on the side, if you can see it.
Okay. Drug wrestling. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna move on. So
you had asked me where we were going. So
okay.
That's how I put that.
Okay.
But whatever you're doing, no, I'm not rushing you. Just whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yep. Let's do that. So I don't know. So I wasn't even gonna say anything. I literally had told producer Jack, I'm not mentioning that because the amount of pain. And her mother called me Janaz, and Janaz was over the moon with it and under the sea and through the Stonewall Mountain and everything. And so I wasn't going to say anything, but a father is there to protect, never to inflict and to cause further harm and pain. And if he did not see that he hurt his daughter with that, he hurt her. He hurt her. He hurt her again and sympathized with her abuser. He sympathized with her abuser. So the drug one, the attorney stated, basically, there's nothing we can do with it. It was never vetted or approved. And so at the time that it comes back around, there was a lot, but I guess it had been up there before. They tried to get the drug one for Councilman Mays, and the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union, has stated you couldn't do it. It violates people's constitutional rights. So Leon is an imposter in the first ward. He's the first ward imposter, has no business being there, shouldn't be voting on anything. And yes, I did talk to attorneys about taking action, because he should not be able to be voting. So, all right, let's go on to the next thing. You can pop them up as you see them, however you want to. Can Carol Paxton, one of the first residents, sue this? Yeah, Carol is suing him. She absolutely can sue, and she's suing him because he did not meet the criteria. You know, he did not, and so she absolutely is. And when you talk to her, y'all know Carol can give despite. Carol was pissed off. She's like, I told them, and he didn't, and all my money I wasted, and I did this and that. Y'all know, y'all can just imagine what Carol said. So let's move on to the next. So Carol absolutely sued him because, and she has a right to, and I hope she wins. Well, she should. He don't live there. You got a whole lady who said don't nobody live there but her and her dog, who's on tether. Her tether gonna show that she's been at that house. She just certified on October the 1st, and he's putting her in jeopardy. So, okay, let's go on to the next one. What is the next one?
602. Let's not give people half truths. If we're going to quote the charter, quote the entire charter and what it says in a section. Moving on. It is now time for the consent agenda. What is the pleasure of the body? We have complete separation of our one item. It has been completely separated by Councilman Pfeiffer in the 8th Ward. This is Ordinance 250231-T, which is the Ordinance City Code Amendment, Chapter 1, General Provisions, Section 1-314.1, prohibition of the illegal use of controlled substances by elected officials while on city property or engaged in city business. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair,
Councilman in the 1st
I'd
Ward.
like to move to council.
There has been a motion to move to council. Is there support?
I support that.
It has been supported by the councilwoman in the 2nd Ward. Is there discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
Through you to Mr. Eddie Smith. While he's walking up, through you to the city attorney. Yeah. City attorney, it's my understanding that the city attorney's office has not approved this ordinance. Is that a correct statement?
That is a correct statement.
Okay, thank you. So, can I get some time back? Mr. Smith, please, Mr. Smith, what does engaged in city business mean to you? For myself or anyone up here or the mayor, what does engaged in city business mean to you?
Thorough command of the topic, the issue.
I'm sorry?
A thorough command of the topic, of the issue, and actively engaged or involved in it.
Okay, and in regards to this ordinance that is before us, what does engaged in city business mean?
And I'm unable to speak to that. Mr. Edwards isn't here today, so I cannot speak to that.
Okay, what is suspicion-based drug testing look like for how does So according to this, like you would be in charge of ordering us to do drug tests. So how does that work? If I say, Councilwoman Burns, I suspect her of doing drugs, does that mean that my suspicion to you and now you order a drug test for Councilwoman Burns? How does that work?
Human Resource would only order a drug test for employees.
Right, so, but this says elected officials of the city of Flint are subject to randomized and suspicion-based drug testing policies applicable to city of Flint employees generally. So it's that same thing, so who would be administering these suspicion-based testing?
That I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't. I mean, I can only speak to the Human Resources dealing with employees and not elected officials.
Okay. So, Madam, thank you, Mr. Smith.
Okay.
Madam Chair, through you to the city attorney. City attorney, since this has not been approved by the city attorney's office, how would this be implemented? Because, I mean, who would be organizing and who would be saying, who is coordinating the randomization? Who is doing the suspicion-based testing?
Yeah, these are all very good questions. In theory, I suppose council could approve the ordinance, and then it would be subject to challenge by.
Oh, I promise you, it would be, but what would happen if this gets approved and someone is, whatever suspicion-based testing policy this is referring to, refuses that? What would the implications be for an elected official, since they can only be removed by the governor or a recall?
Yeah, these are all very legitimate questions, which is why the law department has not approved this. I think this, I can say this without having looked at it, that this proposed ordinance is fraught with lots of problems.
Yes.
One of which is just a facial reading. One of which that it only applies to elected officials. Why not appointed officials, right? So it's suspect alone on that ground that it's not based on a legitimate governmental interest.
Okay.
So,
Madam Chair, I make a motion to postpone indefinitely.
There's been a substitute motion to postpone this, this ordinance this resolution indefinitely by councilmen in the 8th Ward. Has been supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Dr. Lewis?
No.
Ms. Johnson?
I abstain. I need more information on this.
Ms. Priestley? Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett is not in. Mr. Alamin? The vote is 4 yes, 2 no,
The
1
vote-
abstention.
The vote is 4 yes, 2 no, 1 abstention. So that motion fails, so we're going to go back to our original motion to send to council. Is there discussion? In the first round, Councilman Pfeiffer has already had his
Madam
discussion.
Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, go ahead.
Thank you. To you, to Mr. Smith. I know it's going to take him a second. Mr. Smith, can you come back? I'm sorry you had to go back down, but while he's coming down, I did have a question to the city attorney in regards to the ambiguous language that we do have here, and is it, and I'll give you time to probably look it up, it says elected, it doesn't state specific to city council, so would that include school board members, any judges that were elected to the city of Flint, my board, and where would be the limit? Thank you, Mr. Smith. So with the HR department, we don't use the HR department, am I correct?
That is correct.
So we are not city employees, we are elected officials.
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to put that on the record, thank you. And through you, Madam Chair, to the city attorney, Attorney Sparrow, with that question, I mean, I think we have a lot of, some drugs that they don't even know, are they synthetic, that there's a drug that's being sold at gas stations and party stores that's mimicking other drugs like it is a illegal or a different substance. So I don't know where first responders, but I would not want a first responder being under the influence of probably anything because they're driving a vehicle. We don't have city vehicles. So I don't know how that was, correlating. We do not have, nor does the city pay for insurance for our vehicles at all. And then would that be a problem, say like we had, no having drinks or whatever? When we're at conferences, they have, when you get there, you get drink tickets, literally. So I don't know how I think this is over policing. I will say, despite, and that's for all not, I have not seen on this council what I would consider to be suspicious behavior to where I would say, oh, that person is inebriated. I haven't seen that. And so when we see that we have this, the language is very, You will be, you may need that to make it through. And so when we look at this, I'm concerned about the limit to school boards, judges, because it just says elected city officials. Would that be just, it doesn't state city council, so which elected officials?
Those are all very good concerns. Again, just in a facial reading, I think this would only apply to officials of the city of Flint. So for instance, just because an official is in the city of Flint doesn't mean it would apply. It certainly wouldn't apply to judges in this city or members of elected officials who are not actually officials of this entity, the city of Flint.
Okay, and what would be the penalty? So if we're taking drug tests, where's there a penalty? What is the penalty for if you have something? And most opioids, or say if someone had back surgery, it's expected they're going to get some type of or some drug that is monitored by the federal government for relief of pain, which then we would come into HIPAA, which they have privacy that we're not entitled to. So we're then getting some health history of some people that we're not entitled to underneath suspicious behavior.
Yeah, I agree. There are numerous problems with this proposed ordinance.
Okay, thank you. I yield the floor.
Is there anyone else in the first round of discussion? Councilwoman in the.
So, one, they decided to put an ordinance and did no legwork, didn't find out what was the background, what you could do, what you couldn't do. And I don't even think the city drug tests for its employees, which was the question, because the attorney said he didn't know. I don't think that they did. I don't. And it was funny because when I worked for the mayor, which Liddell was like, it didn't work for very long. Yeah, because I have integrity. My issue, we had to take drug tests. And it was funny because there were some people who was questionable. Then it came back, well, you don't have to take it. I'm like, what do you mean? So I have to take a drug test, and I've always done them because I maintain certain licenses. So I'm drug and alcohol free. And so the issue that they're trying to say, I think they're going to try to validate and connect, because Leon, who ain't did nothing right in his life, and when it comes to telling the truth, as far as I'm concerned, stated I was a known alcohol and drug abuser. He stated this. They decided, we're going to do the work and bring this back up. You're not hurting me. And like I said, Liddell's drugged because she has an illness. may show up in her system, which is none of, what she takes. So I think they need to be careful when they start going down the street. So when I hit her with that, she didn't want to talk about that. Because like I say, she lives in Flushing. Girl, you ain't never been at that house in Flushing. You have never. She been at my house on Berkeley. Her, Mays, Jerry, we were all there. Mays told everybody. And so, she fell asleep on the couch, just sitting up, fell asleep. But she takes drugs for that. Prescribed drugs, I'm assuming. And my thing is, you're getting into murky waters, but I can pass a drug test and have for the last 30 years. Don't have a problem with it at all. So, but my issue is they trying to create something. But let's go on to the next. We're gonna leave the drug testing alone because you know what? They want to say they're doing the work. You did give me a what's the name? And I think I'll run a show, but we might want to talk about that other one real quick so we get the two resolutions out the way. Because the other one, this is National Domestic Violence Month. And where did that go? Producer
Did you
Jack.
send me that resolution?
I sent it to you. Did you get it? Look under my other one.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. And so this is October is domestic violence awareness. Stop the violence. Stop domestic violence. And so literally, y'all, in this resolution, because I'm gonna read this one. So I don't know who was going to try to present this because they playing in our faces. And in this one, it stated, which Leon had to leave. I guess he had to go to the house he's really tethered to because he is not tethered to the one where the other sex offender is tethered to. So they had a resolution recognizing November is Family Court Awareness Month. I mean, okay. So whereas the mission of the court system, whereas the mission of Family Court Awareness Month is to highlight the need to prioritize child safety, and family court, as 1 in 3 families in Michigan are exposed to domestic abuse. And whereas this is really, so Leon was trying to speak on this one, and him and Liddell, y'all, this is really, they put this up here. Okay, Leon, you got your child stating, according to records, all records, that you are endangering your child by putting him with a criminal sex offender. I mean, and y'all want to, Liddell? Everybody love their kids and nieces so much, but you okay with Leon putting his child in the predicament? Whereas the mission of the Family Court Awareness is to highlight the need to prioritize child safety in the court. Whereas an estimated 58,000 children in the U.S. are ordered into unsupervised contacts with abusive parents each year, resulting in almost 1,000 children in the U.S. who are murdered during visitation with an abusive parent since 2008. In Michigan, 39 children have been murdered by a parent since 2008 during divorce or custody disputes. And right now, they have a custody dispute. And the custody dispute that they have, Leon has got his son staying at a home on Mott with a registered sex offender. That is endangering a child. A child. She's on the tether. He's on the tether. Who got a tether? I got a tether. 1, 2 tethers. They got tethers. You can't be tethered to another person's. You both can't be in the same house tethered. And it's just, what a child, that's child endangerment. You can't do that. And it says, whereas Rowan's and Dillon family have been working to increase awareness of child safety. No, let me go back. I'm sorry. Whereas an estimated 58,000 children, it says, in Michigan, 39 children have been murdered by a parent since 2008 in custody disputes, including 6-year-old Rowan Maury Poles of Caledonia, Michigan, in 2024, and 3-year-old Dylan Thiebaud of Kent County in 21. And whereas Rowan and Dylan's families have been working to increase awareness of child safety issues by promoting court awareness Month and have been honoring their children's legacy by introducing legislation to improve the safety of missing children in Michigan and helping improve Kent County's response to domestic violence. Y'all know I'm gonna reach out to them families, and y'all need to too, in Kent County, because here over in Genesee County, we got Leon L. Alameen, the imposter of the first ward, putting his child in danger with a sex offender. So because we don't have a state rep to do the job that we need her to do, I think she brought nothing back. And I love her as a beautician, but not as a state rep. She should be on this. So we need to be reaching out over there to them. And I'm going to put the resolution up on my page too. Hey, Bev, she didn't hop down here, and everyone else. And so they're putting forth legislation. So we need to be speaking to our senators, our state reps, because this is legislation that we need to do. So right now they have a custody dispute. And in this custody dispute, Leon has got, Leon is having his child stay in a home with a sex offender. Listen, if y'all are having issues, please go out and come back in. YouTube is having issues. If you're having problems, go out, come back in. YouTube is having issues. YouTube. So I'm going to contact these people with this legislation and see what I can do to help. Because here we have our very own imposter of the first ward, Councilman Leon L. Alameen, who did not live there because that lady said ain't nobody lived there but her and her dog. That was it. Her and her dog lived there. It says, whereas King County, Michigan recognized the need for specialized domestic violence court following 6 domestic violence related homicides within 3 months in 2021. The court staffed by individuals' knowledge about the intricacies of domestic violence and to support victims and families, hold offenders accountable, and prevent further homicide. Y'all know I'm reaching out to them with this. Oh my God. Yes, I am. Washington County hopes to improve the safety of families and outcome of exposed to domestic violence for having law enforcement change the way it responds to domestic violence calls by using lethality assessments in all domestic violence cases. And whereas the mission of the Family Court Awareness is to promote judicial education that would hold training on domestic violence, child abuse, childhood trauma, coercive control, and post-separation abuse for all professionals involved in the family court cases. And whereas family court, anyways. So they brought this forward. Now here it is. They are letting the imposter stay in the first ward, Judy, Liddell, and Candace, letting him stay. There is a registered sex offender at the house that he says he lives in. That's his paperwork. He filed it with the city clerk. I believe it's on his driver's license. And the lady has the same driver's license, but he puts his address down as 3375. So he just as slick as the Valdez oil spill when they had it in Alaska. So people wanted to know, how do you get in contact? Can you put that? Someone had put in there, how do you get in contact to report this? I don't protect child abusers. I don't care who you are. I will not protect you. And if you got that child over there where you're saying that's where you live, and that lady didn't say ain't nobody there but her and her dog, the police have been there, then you need to call the parole law. So how do you contact the parole board? Can you put that up, please, Producer Jay? Because someone had asked, how do you contact the parole board? Because this is serious. You want a child, but then your only place to stay is to have them around a sex offender because you've been lying about where you live. This child endangerment. And I believe it's in Judge Don Weir's court. So how do I contact the parole board? Y'all, here we go. Physical address, Michigan Department of Corrections. It's in Ithaca, Michigan. Mailing but look, you can phone 989-875-5229. Can somebody take that and put that in the chat too? Someone can do that. And so leave that up for a minute. So here we have this dog, look at my finger. You're doing too much now. and so scared the crap out of me. And so So I need y'all to the phone number 989-875-5229. And so here we have a person who is an imposter of the ward, and he has filled out paper fraudulent. That's a felony. He has a felony for domestic violence, and he's still playing games with the court system. And now the judge, Judge Don Weir, I believe is the judge, gave they have a parenting their parenting time, and it's a difference. She's asking to have it adjusted, and there's a parenting, a custody issue now. So the judge he's got his time with her. He's staying over there with the sex offender, and stated, because I'm gonna read it to you. He stated, and y'all tell me, because I believe this was given to the judge in the case, because the mother said, I have a problem. She was told her concerns were ignored. And here it goes again, that we know that moms, what they feel in certain cases, and if you are a Black woman, you are treated differently. So furthermore, number 11, I have discovered that the defendant resides at 606 Flint, Michigan, which is also the residence of a registered sex offender. This is the paperwork she gave to the court, to the judge. The defendant's response, and I got to do this one, y'all. I'm doing it live. I got to call you back. So the defendants, and I got to turn this back. Sorry, y'all. That was my mother. Here's Leon L. Alameen, the pastor of the First Ward. It says, defendant admits as true he stays at the Mott Street address, that he has always maintained his residence at Mott Street. Defendant admits as true that this is also the residence of a registered sex offender. He puts this on the paperwork to the court, that it is also true it is a residence of a registered sex offender. However, the minor child and the registered sex offender have never had any contact because he don't live there. Defendant will stipulate that the minor child should never be in the presence of the registered offender. Y'all, there's a house that's 800 square feet. Okay. And it's probably the size, it ain't a big house. 800 square feet, 900 maybe max. And so how you gonna keep them apart in the house? You tethered, she tethered. You put on here that you got your child on there. So you okay, Leon, imposter of the First Ward, with child endangerment? He stated, defendant admits as true that this is also the residence of a registered sex offender. So I'm gonna put up on my page, y'all can call the parole office. Let that lady get up there and say that she don't, because I protect children. I don't protect criminals and sex offenders. He done put this lady in some trouble. She done said that no one listened but her and her dog. He done said it. That is true to the court. Now, did you go in and lie to Judge Weir? Leon, did you go in? Liddell, did you advise him this? He put on here that she there with a child. He put this in a court document. He put this in there. Oh, it ain't gonna show up on here. It's in there. I'm gonna put it up. So, deal breaker, children, seniors, no, veterans. And this is his, again, he don't even live there, but he's saying he did. The officers and the lady said this is her and her dog. So the parole office needs to know, because Leon said in the court paper that she lives there. He presented this to the court. He keep putting stuff in court papers thinking he's smart. He did that. So there's the telephone number. 989-875-5229. That's the number. We protect children. I'm not concerned about a lifelong sex offender. Not at all. Not at all. You know, if she wants to rebuild her life, that's fine. But if that child is there in that house, then we need to know. We need to know. And he needs to be removed. Leon shouldn't have any custody rights because he put this in the paper. He shouldn't have custody of even an ant, a gerbil. He shouldn't even have custody of a roach. Producer Jay.
Your viewers make a very good point that CPS probably needs to be notified as well.
And you know, I haven't kept up. So, they in here.
Oh, they own it.
They own it. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is his court. This is what he supplied on Monday to Judge Weir, Don Weir. And look, contact Judge Don Weir. Contact Judge Don Weir. And we got a question. Judge Don Weir, did you know that he stated that child is did you know? Why would you put a child in with a sex offender? Why would you put this little boy in there with a sex offender? The daddy that's in the courtroom admitted he was a sex offender in the paperwork. I'm a hope and pray she didn't read this paperwork. Why would the judge put the child in with the sex offender? The daddy, Leon, wrote it. Yes. There's also a registered sex offender there. Okay. Judge Don Weir, W-E-I-R. We need to ask Judge Weir, did you know that? You know, Judge Weir, did you know? I mean, this is serious. Are our judges putting children? Oh, thank you. So child protectors, I don't see the number.
Give me 1 second. I thought it was on there. Hold on.
So, I mean, this is in the paperwork. I mean, how do you not read the responses? I don't understand. I don't understand. So, and BB Matt said you cannot. And I'm serious. I mean, and I'll put the paper up on my page. You know, I will put it up just like I had a whole PPO against me and didn't know that I had a PPO because they never served me or even attempted to serve me. Never, ever was I told or informed. Never. And I get their caseloads are large, but this woman is a sex offender. Oh, she got a judge tip. So we need to let Judge Weir know that Leon, and on his paperwork, is stating with a sex offender. We need to drop a tip. And she has a tip line. And on the tip line, and she should have the paperwork. So the number for Child Protective Services is 810-760-2550. Hey, Jennifer. 810. Hey, JP. See if I send it to you too. I'm trying to say 810-760-2550. That's Child Protective Services. I also sent you, we need to let Judge Weir know that in this, and I'm reading it, and this was in the paperwork. I don't know if her clerk didn't have time to read it or she didn't, but that child is staying in the house, as we stated, with a sex offender. And he put it in the paperwork. He literally put it in the paperwork. Oh yeah, we can put that. Yeah, I can give this one to you to put up. Yeah, so you can see, because I don't want anybody saying it wasn't in the paperwork, because I read it. So we can drop a tip line. This is Judge Weir's number. 810-257-3218. 810-257-3218. Look, I mean, this is a child. This woman, he put in the paperwork. So put that number. If someone could please put that in the Judge Weir's number, name and number in the chat, please. If you could, I would greatly appreciate it. Someone said that lady could go back to, that lady can go for violating her probation. I hope she is aware of that. I hope she is too. I don't know her. I know they've been to the house and she has said her and her dog. I don't think she know about the paper. She can't be around kids. She's a sex offender. She is a sex offender. I sent you, so can we put up where it says in the paperwork? Because I want people to see. This is what I said. This is what what he did. It's in yellow. Did you get it? Oh, yeah. While you look, click like, share, subscribe, hit the like button. Now let's get those likes up. And also, I could not do this without Producer Jay. You can donate to Cash App, Producer Jay 1987. Producer Jay 1987. So here it is. So I want y'all to see it. So y'all, I want you to have good information. Good information. So furthermore, I discovered this is number 11, and you can put it on there too. Number 11 of the response sheet with the parenting custody issue. The judge needs to look at number 11. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you. He states, respond. She says, I discovered that the defendant at 606 Mott Avenue, which is the residence of a registered sex offender. Response, defendant admits as true and has always maintained his residence at 606 Mott. Defendant admits a time that the residence is a registered sex offender. However, the minor child and the sex offender have never had any contact. Defendant will stipulate that the minor child should never be in the presence of a registered sex offender. The house is 800 square feet. Y'all help me out with that. You got probably one bathroom. Come on. Come on. This is crazy. How did the judge miss that? That's a sex offender. And Leon is on tether. Leon is on tether. The person at that house is on tether. And you're putting a child there? Come on, Genesee County. Come on, do better. Do better. Because I don't want anybody saying, no, that can't be true. Yeah, very true. Very true. And he's putting this sex offender at risk, Leon is. Putting her at risk of going back to prison. He put this in the court papers. These are used against her. Now her parole law, y'all got the number. Leon says she lived there. Leon stated he lived there with the house, with the sex offender, and has his child there with his child. But they're never around each other. Okay. So y'all, we got our work to do. I mean, and people are like, Flint is not real. No, it's not, because some of this stuff is crazy. Some of this stuff is crazy. So y'all seen it. You got the numbers. And these are facts. The fact that you got Candace, Liddell, and Judy supporting him, and he is putting his child in harm's way with a sex offender. And they okay with this? He already got charged with a felony. And that was okay. He put his child in child endangerment around a sex offender. And that's okay. I mean, come on, people, wake up. So, Producer Jay, what we got next? So, y'all, we put the parole officer name up there. Leon don't live in that house, but he didn't put on his baby. His child lives in the house. He said yes with the sex offender. I'm just saying, number 11 on that paperwork states, but he's gonna keep him away from the sex offender. That person is on parole. with a tether. I'm just okay, y'all. Okay. All right, Producer Jay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you asked me where we wanted to go. You can pick one.
You pick it. You pick it up. I'm not understanding because sometimes when you read something, you read it for a second time, it looks a little different and it sounds a little different, and this sounds even more awful and disturbing than the first time that I saw it. It's even more awful and disturbing because people go to sleep. Sex offenders are predators. They're predators. They have predatory behavior. So they know how to figure it out. You might run to the store. They'll groom a child. We just saw how John Cole groomed those kids. John Cole gave a 15-year-old HIV. He had, I think he was on there, was it 9 people with sex, and a couple of them were minors. It wasn't only one 15-year-old. It was more than one that he was having sex with. He groomed those kids. So imagine she's there. Well, let me bake you a little cake. Little buddy. Oh, little buddy, what's your favorite program? Come sit next to me. Little buddy. Little buddy, I got your favorite kind of soda pop. Little buddy. Little buddy, you want a game with me? We know they like, let's play the game, little buddy. Oh, little buddy, you're good at that game. Oh, little buddy, you're good. You're better than me, little buddy. Grooming them. How are you going to keep that child away from a registered sex offender with a tether, an ankle tether on? Today, she has an ankle tether on. Today. You can't make this up. Okay, producer. And it angers me. It pisses me off when we don't protect children. How dare we, and judges are elected too. How dare any of us don't protect children? It's never okay to put a child in a situation with a sex offender. It's not okay. If you've been living in that house, and he said he's been living there the whole time, why are you in there with your child with a sex offender? Them your words. Are you lying to the court, Leon? Because we know you like to lie. Imposter of the first ward. First ward should be mad as hell. They need to be in there like them people in that grocery store. Tell them we not having it anymore. Somebody to snatch him up out that seat and tell him what you won't do is have any dishonor to that first ward. That's what they need to be doing. It's okay to live with a sex offender. What criminality world you live in? Okay, let's go on, because y'all let's go on to the next one. It is not okay while he gets everything together. It is not okay. It's not normal to have your child while you're on the tether, the sex offender on the tether, and y'all both in a house that's 800 square feet. It's not normal. It's not okay. It's not normal, and it's not okay. They both on tethers, ankle bracelets. It's not okay. It is not okay. I need Tennessee County to do better. They need to do better. Number 11. Well, yeah, I live with a sex offender. Well, yeah, I'm going to keep the sex offender from around my child. Yeah, I know she's on parole. No. We got to hold everybody accountable. Children should not be around sex offenders. We've seen what happened when Johnny Cole, Johnny Peters, because he had been to prison twice, what it results in. A 15-year-old child is living with HIV, which has changed his life forever. He slept with so many people and didn't expose them, didn't tell them, and he exposed them to HIV unknowingly. Connie Lewis and Leon denying he beat her and her father standing up for him. That made me hurt. It made me hurt too, Connie, because too, you know what? The daddy wasn't in court, and the daddy should have been in court to hear the police officer, Mount Morris Township police officer, say, I saw the bruises and I saw lacerations and blood. He said that. That's what the officer said. We can take what everybody else done said. That's what the officer said. And she was shaking so much. She was shaking. She couldn't fill out the paperwork. We had to help her. She was shaking. I just remember her shaking so much. We had to help her fill out the paperwork. Gloria Davis, I work with in Georgia, in the state of Georgia. He got me the name. A child can't be in the home of a registered sex offender. It's not up for discussion. Thank you, Gloria Davis. And Gloria Davis, I thought you were never no real person. I always thought you was somebody else, though. But thank you for sharing that. I just be like, Gloria Davis, who's pretending to be Gloria Davis? But thank you for your input. And you are correct. And Georgia, and it is no place that allows you to be in the home of a sex offender. And a home that's 800 square feet, that's some people living room and kitchen the size of that. I mean, come on, people, Genesee County, number 11 on it. He states it and admits it. Okay, let's go on to the next one.
And
so
there
listen,
were some other conversations. We all have busy lives, so I'm not absent just because I had to have a very important conversation that probably I shouldn't have been here. But she likes to gaslight this community. Exactly. The market, and I'll have that personal conversation with you as I had with Dr. Flynn, as I had with Ridgeway months ago, respectfully. And so, because I don't do all of that, but when she talks about food deserts, she probably should have supported St. Mark in her ward, where she gets food there, but she doesn't support to give it money, voted no on it. And let's just hope that her fingerprints ain't on that trash bag or gas cans that firebombed that church.
Oh, wait a minute. Request for point of order.
Yeah.
Yes.
Point of order.
Yes.
The councilwoman in the 6th ward is insinuating that I'm an arsonist. You are
She
definitely out of order.
She is, and that is definitely out of order. I am ruling you out of order. You know exactly what you were saying, what you were doing, and what you were insinuating. You have been ruled out of order.
Do I have the floor back?
No, I'm taking the floor. You've been ruled out of order.
You don't get to take the floor.
Go ahead.
No, and no one's talking to you. Yeah. Right. You can't do that. I didn't call her an arsonist.
The chair can decide to take the floor. I wish y'all would read our council rules instead of always trying to argue them. I have taken the floor. Your time is up. Your time is up. We're not debating. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during the second round of discussion? What is your point?
Through you to the city attorney, can she take the floor while I'm talking? I didn't call her arsonist. I never even said arsonist. If you feeling like an arsonist, I don't know.
This is you are either going to get the ruling for the attorney, or we're going to move on because you keep talking beyond that. The attorney is waiting for you to stop speaking.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
You talk to your children like that.
I don't. You like I said, the attorney is waiting for you to stop speaking. You don't continue once you say point of order, and you're waiting for the attorney. Go ahead, counselor. Go ahead.
If someone wants to submit a question to the attorney's office, you need to do so in writing through our president. And that's it. I am not the referee of this dispute.
Thank you very much. I am taking the floor. Is there anyone else who would like to speak during council response? Councilwoman Priestley, you have the floor.
Rule 29.8. Any person at a council meeting may be called to order by the president or any council member for failure to be germane, for vulgarity, or for speaking in excess of the allotted time, or any other violation of these rules. Rule 29.9, any person who is called to order shall yield the floor until the chair shall have determined whether he or she is in order.
All talking must cease. Do y'all know that rule? First of all, I
understand that you said point of order, but I am the chair, and so I have to acknowledge your point of order first. Allow me to acknowledge your point of order first. Once you say point of order, you do not get the floor to tell someone else they cannot speak. You are moving outside of what you have the capacity to do.
Point of order.
And again,
point of order.
No, Ms. Burns,
then you need to warn yourself because you're still talking.
Ms. Burns, that's your first warning because I'm over it. That's your first warning. Absolutely. Let's go. Is there support?
I'll support her.
Thank you. Please put her 1 minute up.
So first of all, you took the floor when she called herself an arsonist, but maybe she's feeling like an arsonist. I don't know. I didn't call her an arsonist. I just said I hope her fingerprints aren't on that garbage bag is what I stated. I did not call her an arsonist, though she did take a picture with them on social media. There is a picture with the alleged arsonist with her putting up smoke detectors. I'm just stating. So she called herself an
Point of
arsonist.
order.
Go ahead, pause the time, what's your point?
So we are talking about, this is about the point of order, right?
Correct, and she is not being germane.
Thank you.
She called herself an arsonist. I'm talking about arson.
That's not why you were warned.
Yeah,
You
it is.
did,
You warn me about
appealed the
arsonist?
chair, you appealed the
'Cause I
ruling
did
of the
not
chair.
call her arsonist.
That is not why you were warned.
Yeah,
You
you
were
did. You
warned
said I
several
called
times
her
after
an
that.
arsonist.
Councilwoman Burns, go ahead, continue.
You called-
Because that is not why you were warned, and you know it, and you're failing to be germane, and you're about to lose your 30 seconds for failing to be germane.
Listen, my attorney is watching, and I'm fine with this because I know my rights and I read. So my point is, I didn't call her an arsonist. So you're taking the floor for a word that I didn't even use. So if I wanted to call her arsonist, I would have said, Liddell, you're an arsonist. I didn't do that. I did not do that. And so you're taking the floor illegally, and Attorney Johnson, I know you're watching because it's the same antics, and we're just logging them. Because you can't take the floor. Well, you did illegally when she called herself that. I did not. It's the same thing, she made statements about the food market. You know, when she took shots at all the members, but you didn't correct her. So do what you got to do.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Start my time. Councilwoman Burns was issued a
Okay. Listen, so here's the pattern. They don't like what I'm going to say. They're going to, you see how Judy jumped in? There was Liddell and Can. It's the tag team. And that's what they do. But if you're feeling like an arsonist, I just said, I hope your fingerprints ain't on them. Or if they are on them, I hope they can send them back to. But let's put up those pictures. Let's put those pictures up. Because she did take a picture with the alleged arsonist. She did. And they were putting up smoke detectors. He was also at the church on August the 24th. He was. And then there's the video. But we're going to wait for the Department of Justice for that one, where there was the fire and who all was there on those videos. Okay. So the company I keep, because let's see, she's hanging around some of the people, John Cole, they were buddies. He would come up there, he would see her, they were friends. Who else was she friends with? Who else? Johnny Cole, the child sexual criminal deviant predator. She's friends with Leon, who just child endangerment. Literally, she got the and I'm serious, and I'm not joking about the picture because we may talk about it in a very light way, but it's very serious. When that call came, and I got the call from Pastor Thompson and Mother Napier, Elder Napier of the Church, St. Mark Church, they were distraught. They were distraught. St. Mark's, yes, JP6 is in the second ward. Liddell hasn't said anything about St. Mark's, did not show up. So this is Liddell. This is the person who is this is where they putting up smoke detectors. How ironic. That's Liddell to the right, and that's the person who actually, the alleged person that contacted also the People's Church. She went to school with him, is what he's told people downtown at the bus stop. So this is him. And it's not taken lightly because that church had a lot of damage. So we also have the picture where he showed up at church on Sunday, August 21st. He was about there about 12:15, right before church was about to let out. And he was there. So facial recognition, because there was video of the fire. There's cameras all the way around the church. I don't have friends who are arsonists. I don't have friends who are child sexual deviant predators. I don't have friends that put their children in danger with sex offenders. Your friends are a good way of measuring who you are. Do you have the one where he was in church, or he showed up and the deacons was like, hey, we don't want to, you can't come up in here like this, no. And so there is video, and the ATF did investigate, and it's now with the Department of Justice. And so hopefully there will be some. So this is him on August 24th. Same guy, Liddell's friend, one she was in the picture with, came to St. Mark's. He does have some issues, is what I'm told, some mental health issues. Same person that was at, according to Reverend Matthew Hogue, at his church and sending threats. Reverend Matthew Hogue did submit complaints that he threatened to come with the AR and shoot up his church. And that's why people were so upset, saying, why didn't we get the support from the mayor with his church, the People's Church? He came to St. Mark's Church this morning. They wouldn't let him in. You have retired Sergeant Lloyd Nicholson that's there, and the deacons, they said, hey, no. He had never been to the church. The following 7 days later, 6-7 days later, the church was set on fire. It was firebombed. It is a felony, and it has to be investigated by the ATF, a federal organization, because we know that Black churches were bombed. Someone had stated that, him here, he was there at St. Mark's and then over at the People's Church, but this is him. This is one who's in the picture with Liddell. I don't have friends. So when I said, I hope your fingerprints aren't on the garbage bag, I did mean that. I meant that. I meant that. So here's the garbage bag. A single garbage bag. There were 3 gasoline cans, which were left behind in a towel. And the garbage bag where they said he's homeless. So where did the garbage bag come from? Where did the garbage bag come from? That's a single one garbage bag. That came from somebody's house, that garbage bag in their kitchen. And then they had some old towels. The gasoline cans were all new. They were new. And so if you pulled that bag, out that box, and you didn't have gloves on at the time, you might have some fingerprints on there. If you touched that, went and purchased those 3 gasoline cans and you didn't have gloves on and then wipe them down, your fingerprint's going to be on them. She got a picture with the arsonist or alleged arsonist on there. He came to the church that Sunday. She don't like Pastor Thompson. It ain't no secret. So that is what I was referring to, because that's somebody garbage bag out their house. So, all right.
She sure got really upset when you put that out there.
Man, she did. She did. Rhonda McGee, she blew up. Rhonda McGee said, and you can say to Councilwoman Burns, Liddell, just make sure your prints aren't there. She could have addressed it when she got on the floor, but just wanted to show out. Well, I don't know. Maybe that was her garbage bag. I don't know. I can't imagine somebody walking with 3 garbage cans down the street. I can't imagine that. Not 3 garbage cans, gasoline cans. Gas had just went up too. Lois Fletcher said, this is abuse. Tonya, they're bullying. They've been bullying. Yes, I know. They want me to, just not come and let them run over. And my attorneys know it, but it doesn't give them qualified immunity. Then they'll complain. It doesn't give them qualified immunity. They're not entitled to that. They won't get it. Not the stuff that they're doing. Just taking the floor. I didn't say she was an arsonist, but I know she took pictures with that guy who's the alleged arsonist. I know they was putting up smoke detectors, and there's some other things with an investigation, but it is with the Department of Justice. So I know she can't stand Pastor Thompson. I know she's went off on him not once, but twice. For no reason. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing. Philip Johnson said it could also be hair, skin, and phlegm. Okay, really? Philip said phlegm. Okay. Okay. It's terrible and it's hard to watch. It's hard to be in it, Lois. It's very hard because they have a tag team. And I think that's what LaShawn does not like. And no, because they ran over there, they all in the corner talking, and LaShawn did not want to be, I don't think she told him she was, I'm not gonna do what your tail want me to do. And she was serious about that. Jessica Stewart, I personally dare Adele to go on record with an outright denial of her involvement. How many want to bet she's banking on that you can't prove or defend? She's never had to say she didn't. Yeah. Producer Jay.
Oh no, I was gonna say, you want to go to the likes and shares next?
Oh yeah, because do we have the audio first?
Yeah. So this is the thing. I'm gonna try to play it. Just tried to find it, but I think I got it. But we'll see.
Okay.
We can make good policy for the city. But what we won't do is continue to waste the people's time and grandstand for views, likes, and shares. Not going to happen. So I appreciate my colleagues for chiming in. I will take this with me as I work with the attorney to beef this up, to give the residents the drug policy that they deserve as we move this city forward. Now, I don't know where people are going to be at the end of this term, but I guarantee you we're going to make these chambers a place where the people want to come back for their democracy. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would?
Okay. First of all, put up them pictures. Who be caring about likes? Y'all, she hate this podcast. So this is the person she claimed. Put up their pictures first. Who be videotaping? We can put that one up first. So, but likes, shoes, views, and shares. Y'all, that hurt to yell that loud. I mean, what is the thing with yelling with her and Candace? They love to yell. The microphones work. Y'all ain't got to yell. It ain't necessary. So she hates the Tonya Burns show, which she can come on and learn. Look, we want to know, do you have anything to do with that fire? Did you? Girl, will you take a lie detector test? Because they will ask you to take a lie detector test. I know that they will. So this is during a council meeting. And during this council meeting, she's done this several times. She takes her phone out and she videotapes. She takes her phone out and she videotapes for views, likes, and shares. And we're going to show you how many likes and shares that she got on this. So now keep this in your mind. This is her. She's talking about for views, likes, and shares. Okay, she yelled and screamed it. So let's show the other person who also videos people, which is her partner, the fugitive. She harbored him at that time when he was a fugitive. He had a warrant out and did not turn himself in. Look, there he goes. The imposter of the first ward, who lives in Mount Morris Township, who about to get this lady in trouble. Tell me he got the kid around. Look, there go the imposter. What is he doing? Views, likes, and shares. So I have never pulled my cell phone out and went live at council meeting. Because that's not, I've never done it. I have never, ever done it. And so he has, and she has. So these are the two people who do it for clicks, likes, and shit. At the meeting, Tonya Burns does not have any video where I pulled my camera out and said, oh, let me capture this. Let me capture and let me capitalize off of what they're doing here in the council chat. I've never done that. She has. Look, it's all on camera. Look, and she's done it several times. And then so has, okay. So that time she did it. Y'all look, 28,000 views. Is that 28K? She had 28,000 views that day on that video when she played it. She had 28,000 views This is on her page. Her page. So can we go to the one where you have all of them up there? Okay, I can't see them really. They're small. So what you're gonna have to, you can see it better than me. So producer Jay, you're gonna have to talk. So how many do they, let's go across from her picture and go across.
Hold on one second. Let me try to.
Because I can't, they're too small on mine.
Oh, I tried to move this. Involving her trolling her colleague. So one of them has 11,000 views.
Wow.
If you go down, she actually has one of Don Pfeiffer that has 11,000 views. And then if you go down to the next line, she has one that is 28,000, 20,000. And then she has one of Jedediah, which I can't see that one.
Not Jed. She filmed Jed and got some click likes and views with Jed. So can we go to one of her videos? Will it play?
Yeah, let's go to it.
Let's go to one of her clicks, likes, and shares on her page.
Oh, that's not it. Hold on.
Can you have a seat so we can continue?
I can. Yes, I can.
Sheena Beckton, I'm not thinking about you. You see, Sheena Beckton goes, that's my favorite one. Let's do
That's the one that has 11,000 views.
So she got 11,000 views off of me and Councilwoman Winfrey Carter. That's behind the seat at our stations or our desks. We all had a shared desk or whatever. We're behind the Diaz, and she's videotaping. She's videotaping her council members. She's doing now. She did this for, and she got 11,000 likes, shares, and views. She did. Someone said the dog. So no, he just being worrisome is what he's doing. I'm sorry, he is just being worrisome. He will, as soon as I get off here, he will be silent. So we just ignoring him. And so she got 11,000 likes, shares, and views on this one. She did. So let's play another one because we're gonna give her a couple of views tonight. We're gonna give her a couple because she claims she don't do this.
Give me 2 seconds. Keep talking, and I'm trying to queue one up that we didn't talk about. But let me get this one.
One that we didn't talk about.
Yeah, but let me get this together.
So as she's getting content. Wait a minute, there was that one. We got to get that one where she talked about, I hope you got enough content for your show. Listen, I'm not up there recording, but you're going to keep coming for me. I'm not a very good victim. Not at all. Not at all. And so she's trying to be, for likes, shares, and views. Girl, you got 11,000. I don't know if y'all remember, she had on TikTok the one where she was making the stories about Councilman Mays, which were not funny at all. Not at all. Bird baby. Bird baby. Wait. Bird baby. Oh God. So I just don't understand how hypocritical of her. I have never recorded. I swear I have never. When I'm up there, I'm doing the work. I'm there to work. And Lord knows that how they comprehend them rules is just terrible.
We did talk about that, and I forgot to start it at a later point.
That's okay. Well, let's go. When you're ready, let's put it up.
All right, we got the next one. Hold on.
So that play that one more time because that was when we had it was sad. We did have a brawl. We did. Nah, y'all, we don't have sound. So that's what she was saying. This is what you want. This is what you want. Wasn't that what she was saying? This is what you want. This is what you want.
Yeah, that's what this is what they want right here.
This is what they want. Yeah. Yeah. But how many views did she get on that one?
No, that was when I was there and I recorded her enjoying.
Oh, recording.
Yeah.
But when she did hers that day, was that when she got 28,000?
That was 28,000. That was so
28,000 views.
Yep. So the picture of the red that was circled with the phone in her hand, this is what she was recording, and it was 28,000 views.
It's a lot of views. It's a lot of views. Okay. Well, let's go on. But those are for click, like, shares, and views. So, I mean, she's a hypocritical liar. You know, she is. Those are her clicks, likes, and views. I have never pulled that. I don't do that. That's not what we're there for. You know, and the disruptiveness that she has. They're protecting a person who put their child in the home knowingly and stated the sex offender, I'll keep him away from her. Yeah. No. Irresponsible and reckless. So let's go on to the next one. Aren't liars hypocrites by definition? I agree with you, Philip.
Oh, I know where we can go. Give me 1 second. 116.
Look, I appreciate y'all staying up with us. Look, click, like, share, subscribe. And if you're in a donate mood, donate to Producer Day, $1987. And for those who have donated, look, thank y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Political figure, and as a stand-up guy, you should not be allowing what's happening to the person who lives at that residence that you claim that you don't. Clerk Davina, two tethered individuals cannot be tethered at the same house. She is a sexual registered offender. They put in her information, and as a man, I could not put anybody through that situation just to stay on council. I wouldn't do that. And then she cannot be around kids. So they go to a parole officer, she's in trouble. As a man, you should resign so people can stop coming after you. For real, that's crazy.
So Whitson did talk about it. He did discuss it, and Leon is okay with telling the lie. Police have been there, and now it just has to be investigated. It has to be investigated. He put someone else in his mess, as Whitson stated. Whitson told him yesterday at the meeting. He told him. So in Michigan, 2 individuals on tether monitoring, whether for probation or parole, generally cannot be monitored at the same address. He didn't put this woman in jeopardy. And she's a sex offender. I really don't think that Judge Weir knew about this. I don't think she knew. Or she didn't have time to read, or her clerk didn't, but this is serious. You know, and then he put this woman in jeopardy. He had already committed. Judge Weir signed the personal protection order. I mean, come on, this guy's shown his character. He's shown his character. Police Officer McCain, they were sequestered, stated, I seen the lacerations in the blood. Character, his actions. Okay, let's go on to the next one.
I think that's it that we had written down.
Listen, we didn't cover a lot then. We have covered a lot. So, but we're gonna do some call-ins. Gloria, that's why he hates Woodson. Absolutely. He told him. But how you gonna put, first of all, how are you okay with your child staying in the house with a sex offender? How are you as a parent how are you as a fit parent okay with that? How? So call Judge Weir. Remember Judge Weir made a mistake. I put the parole number up too. Oh, we got to play the LaShawn thing. We didn't play that one.
That is so correct. Give me a second.
We didn't do that one. So don't y'all call in yet. Tasha Lynn, Carol got to have a chill week. Carol, y'all just don't understand. She gonna be on here till tomorrow. Tomorrow. Just music. What was LaShawn again? Well, LaShawn was listening and she's been learning. And LaShawn was just taking in stuff. And so whatever it is that they were saying, I do know they used the tag team effect to do the tag, because they did it on Councilman Mays. They drove him to where they put him off for 90 days. He was in a depression. He did have some health issues, but he had been in a depression. I'm not depressed, y'all. Don't let anybody ever tell y'all. They ain't working on me like that. He was tired. I don't know if y'all remember, we were over at the county where he told them I can't say, he said so many cuss words. I ain't gonna say all them cuss words. He cussed everybody out. Effing time. I do any effing thing. You MFers. He cussed them out. But he was tired. And he was tired because it's the same stuff what they doing now to me. That's what they're doing. So LaShawn was sitting down there and she was listening. You see Candace walked down there and they were and giggling like teenage girls, not like grown, responsible women. And LaShawn, this is, she was listening. So let's play it.
You mad because I won't fix your bed.
Right on. Leave her alone.
Like I said, I won't do what you
Hey,
quit talking to LaShawn like that.
Stanley, stop.
Good job.
Play that back.
All right, Charles.
Please.
You mad because I won't fix your bed.
Right on. Leave her alone.
Like I said, I won't do what you
Hey,
quit talking to LaShawn like that.
Stanley, stop.
Good job.
All right, Charles.
So Candace did call her fake. And Candace did
call to go to the mayor's office.
Everybody. She did call her fake. She did tell her, you've been wanting to be with them. You've been wanting to be with them. LaShawn is, she speaks, we speak to her. I mean, and her and I have had some great conversations, some mom to mom talks. And so when she told her, you've been wanting to be with them, Yeah, Candace, you better not mess up Sheldon's fifth vote. You better not. And LaShawn was moving like, I'm not doing any back and forth with you. I'm doing this much back and forth with you. Isn't that minuscule? She's doing about that much. So you've been wanting to be with them. What does that mean? I don't know. She's trying to say because I had a very good conversation. Me, her, and JW left. And she had to go to, she had left, and me and LaShawn were just sitting there talking, and it was a good conversation. I think when you have good conversations, I don't know if she's speaking about that. I don't know. Who us is, I guess it would be the other four would be Dennis, Jonathan, Jerry, and me. And she got Candace getting told off. You better sit down. You better not. Well, I think LaShawn's seeing it. Candace is a problem. Liddell is a problem. And together with that stuff, we there for the business.
Well, and LaShawn, if you go back and it's that video is on your YouTube channel and Facebook channel, but you can clearly hear LaShawn tell you mad because I won't be with you.
You mad because I won't follow do what your tell me to do with your tail. That's the old school when you call people tail.
but in all seriousness, Candace Machette is so disrespectful.
She's extremely disrespectful. The Me Too. Okay, you miss Me Too. The way she talks to me every meeting now. She misquotes it. I mean, at 28.6, just wrong.
And in that time she told JWC, what the fuck you gonna do?
Oh yeah. What's up? The time that she was literally for an hour and a half, that Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff stared at me. We played that the last show we did, where she literally just stared at me. She's like, what kind of mess is this? Who just stares at people? Her. She just stared at me. Literally. So we're there to do the work. And Leon is a distraction, Liddell and Candace. And Judy is a follower, like a cult follower. She's a follower, just like a cult. Like Jim Jones cult follower. She's a cult follower. She's a cult follower. Because you get her by herself, she's a different person. I remember one time she told, but Tonya, I just can't, because it's just much more than that. I just can't. And I took up for her. They were so mad at me. I took up for Judy. Man, they was mad at me. Everybody was mad at me. But Judy is a cult follower. She's a cult follower. Matter of fact, Candace stated when Liddell wasn't there for those 3 weeks when she was talking to Dennis and trying to talk to me, but Judy won't ever just not do it. Liddell wants to be president again. That wasn't our agreement. I'm like, is she talking to us? I'm like, look, I'm just trying to listen while you talk to Dennis. I want to make sure as I'm eavesdropping that I'm getting it clear. I want to be able to tell the story correctly. So can you speak up? Can you speak up? And she was talking to Dennis about Liddell. She was talking to Dennis about Liddell because she wanted to be president and Liddell wasn't going to let her. She wanted to be it. And Judy was never going to not do what Liddell told her to do. That's what she told him. Because I told y'all that before. Y'all know I told y'all that story. Because I meant I wanted to be able to tell the story correct. Because I was, look, speak up so I can hear you. So let's go. So look, we're going to take some call-ins now. So, Gloria, I have a question. It's called for the question, not in the charter. Call for the question is in Robert's Rules of Order, and it used to be in our council. It is not in our council rules. So, they're upset because I know we got a call. So, Carla, hold on just a second. So, they're upset because words matter with government, and we're putting it on. They have for voting to vote immediately. Vote immediately is not called for the question. I mean, so I'm just saying. And so that's well, they were upset that I did that too. So they don't like being wrong, and then they'll go back and lie and try to make the lie right. No, call for the question. It's not there. Robert Rules of Order speaks to call for the question, which is to vote immediately. You have to be in order also with Robert's rules. So Robert's rules is call for the question, which requires a 2/3 vote. 2/3 vote. A vote right now, what is a vote? That doesn't exist. I hope LaShawn does not ever decide to go with that. That's not Robert's Rules of Order. You have to have a two. That was Attorney Kim teaching him how to skirt the rules. You have to say call for the question, which requires a 2/3 vote. Okay, caller, are you on there? Is that you, Producer Jay? Caller, are you on there?
I'm here.
Okay, caller, what's your name? Who I'm talking to? Where you from?
Okay, let me turn my TV down. Hey, Tonya, this is North Carolina again. I just thank you for taking my call. I wrote down questions, and I didn't think you would be on tonight to just address them, but they're just so frustrating. If you could just indulge me for a quick 3 questions. The first one was Liddell's behavior. Is there anything that can be done about her yelling and the abrasive tone that she takes with you? And Candace does the same thing. They yell, they point when she was talking to you. It's repeated. It's repeated. She does it repeatedly, excuse me. The second thing was when the speakers go up to speak, why haven't they sued the city for freedom of speech? And I know what's in your charter or whatever you pass, the law that you pass about vulgar language, but that trump the Constitution. They can get up there and curse the entire time if they want to, which I hope that no one does. But the amount or the brevity of the way from their perspective when someone curses, you'll get thrown out. Why hasn't somebody sued the city with that on that front? And then with Ms. Johnson, I just want to get the dynamics trying because in North Carolina is different. When is she up for re-election? When is Leon up for election? Well, I know he can't run anymore, neither can she, but is everybody on the council up for election next year? And my last one was, was he on drugs when he beat his girlfriend? Because I know that he and Liddell were behind that so-called, drug testing policy for the council. Was he on drugs then? Because that's what I was thinking the whole time. And the audacity of those two and the behavior, it's so counterproductive. And I don't know how you do it, but I'm glad that you are standing for the people in Flint. Hopefully that was not too many questions and you could just give me clarity on it.
So the yelling is decorum until we got 5 votes. I guess we have to be tolerant of it because it's not as if Candace is the worst chair ever. And so what my thing is to do is start exposing who she is and to be making clips and show the world who she is and to show the voters, because no one should want someone who's yelling and screaming, demeaning. She demeans people. She's cussed out Councilman Pfeiffer with Liddell sitting in the wrong seat. And there needs to be another video that is made. Someone, A10 Flint Xavier had made one, but he's got more to add to it now because their behavior is deplorable. So their goal is to, we're going to attack you. We're going to beat you down and try to bully you. I'm not a good victim. It don't work. I'm going to come there. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I'm going to suggest to everybody keep their hands to themselves. So the drugs, then I don't know if he was on drugs. I will say this. I was told that he did smoke marijuana and that before he would come into the house, Kiki stated he would have to roll the blunt. Someone had put up, I believe, they had put up the social, what do you call them?
Video.
No, they put up the text messages. So,
Okay.
yeah. So Kiki had literally for over a year and a half, been, I guess, just dealing with him and taking, I guess getting all her stuff or her ducks in a line, I'm assuming, because she stated where there were women, and I guess there's numerous women. And I don't know what's I'm gonna roll you a blunt as a turn on. I don't know about that. I'm gonna roll you a blunt. You can come lay next to me. I'm like, is that a sexy thing? Is that like Netflix and chill? I mean, baby, I'm gonna roll you a blunt. You would go and come lay next to me. I mean, I'm sorry. I think dating expectations need to be quite a bit higher. That if you rolling a blunt, and that's the, you know, I don't know. I was told that he did smoke weed by Kiki, and that he would be calm. He would have to. It was better if he came in the house and then smoked one, he would be in a rage. She said it was better when he would smoke in the car before he came in the house every night. She did say that he did come home every night. She said he did come home every night and that he slept at home, which was not on Mott Street. But she said it was like he was a different, like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And weed can calm some people down. It can. So I have never witnessed him smoking weed because I am not his friend and I'm not in his friend group. Weed is legal though. So, but I don't know when smoking a blunt was, baby, look, I love you. I'm gonna roll this blunt. You're gonna slide on through. I mean, okay. Ladies, raise y'all expectations, okay? Come on.
Right.
So,
you can tell that it was, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, what was your other question?
If I could just elaborate on that point, you can tell that it was directed towards you between the two of them. And I just wonder if they have or if they're in this bubble where they think everybody is stupid and can't see through it with so many other things that needed attention from the council. This is what you decide to go on the hill and die on tonight or last night. I just can't understand the people that are in a position to help their own behaving the way that they do. And my last question was, when are they up for re-election? I believe Ms. Johnson can't run again, right? Because she took a special.
No, everybody can run again. I don't know if the ward boundaries will be different for some of them. I believe that Leon's ward will be different though. But he don't live there anyway.
Next year, though,
right? He should have ran for council in Mount Morris because on my papers he put 3375. So I do want to go back to we say that this is the hill that they want to die on, and it is. I'm not going to say oddly strange, but it's difficult to understand that they put that much energy to that. Liddell literally had a whole church that was completely, if it wasn't burnt, it was smoke damage. That they're not in that church that gave food to the community, and that she's not concerned that the community wasn't able to get food or what can I do? You know, you show up. I could have hated somebody's guts, and I'm gonna tell you how much I don't care for Liddell, don't care for her, but I am working with. Me and her did we're doing, working with the city attorney, one of them on a in school fighting. Now here's the problem: is I'm contacting some of these people. They don't like Liddell. They don't.
We could tell.
Yeah, they don't. But even on there, she likes to lie. And when we're on the Zoom and she states, but you're the one said you'll never work with me. I said, I never said that. That was Councilwoman Winfrey Carter. I never said that I would never work with you. Well, you said you didn't like me, and I don't. But I do care more for the kids in school than my dislike or disdain for you. And I'm not changing that. But we can keep it moving. She gets mixed up into things that don't matter. I don't have to like you. It's not a requirement. She's not a nice person. Why would I like her? But like I said, this is the hill that they want to die on. I really don't understand. How would, just to be so nasty to try to say, we're going to put it out there to destroy her reputation that she's doing drugs. I'm sorry. I talk freely about, look, I'm in my 50s. You got menopause. I don't know whose stomach this is. They can have it back. But, you have some weight gain. Things change. I didn't get the hot flashes. I never had to put my head in the freezer. These are things
we need to be dealing with right now.
Right. So I talk about that. But if I'm on cocaine, I'm a bit overweight to be a cocaine head. I'm just saying. I don't fit the cocaine criteria. I'm sorry. I just don't.
It's just silly. Now, why hasn't anybody sued the council though about her and Candace? Why? That was my last question. Why haven't they sued for that being thrown out of a city council? That's a public meeting. They have a right to say what they want to say.
No, there are lawsuits.
But whatever.
There are.
What'd you say?
There are lawsuits. Sandy O'Dell is suing. There are some other ones. There are lawsuits. Here is one of the things. Attorneys don't want nothing to do with the city of Flint or anything generally in Genesee County. You have a hard time finding an attorney. My attorneys are not from here. One is in Grand Rapids, Wyandotte, and Bloomfield Hills. They're not from here. So, but I agree. But that's funny. The hill that they're going to die on, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, look, I enjoyed you calling. Look, and I appreciate you hanging in there with us this late. Again, I appreciate you.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Keep going, and I'll keep
What part of North Carolina are you in?
Raleigh area. I'm right outside of Raleigh, in Wendell. It's a little up-and-coming neighborhood outside of Raleigh to get away from all the traffic, the hustle and bustle.
Are you military?
North Carolina.
Okay, because I have a whole bunch of family. I have two sisters in North Carolina. So,
are they in Raleigh?
No, my aunt used to live in Raleigh, but her husband was in the Marines. I have Mint Hill, Casper, something loose or something, Charlotte. Yes, Kannapolis.
That's all over in
Salem. Jones, there's a big plant that's there in North Carolina. My best friend, she works there. So I got family all over North Carolina, all over. And when I go,
come visit, okay? And let us all know when you come our way so we can all meet and go have some dinner.
Listen, I'm planning on coming for Thanksgiving. And I'm telling you, look, boy, was a time had. I'm trying to convince my son to drive me, but he told me I got too many issues, like tell him how fast he should go. It's funny because he does all the stuff that I do to him. As soon as we stop for gas, he's like, come on, chop, chop. You got 15 minutes, we're getting gas, and we got to go. Use the bathroom, let's go. I'm like, boy, I'm your mama. That's the way you used to do us. We doing you like that.
I'm so with you on that. I'm going to Charlotte tomorrow, and I'm used to it. But hey, if you want to eat, if you want some gas money, son, lock it up and just go ahead and bring mom down Thanksgiving without all the other hassle. But enjoy, be safe, and continue what you're doing. You're so admired for your strength and your tenacity for the people in your city. They should be very thankful to have an advocate like you there on their behalf, working on their behalf. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Enjoy your evening. Good night. So listen, anybody else that you want to call in? So she asked some very good questions, and I like the hill that they're willing to die on. There's no way I would support anybody who did child endangerment and put on there the sex offender. I would never, not in a dream, not even as they state, if I were alcohol and the cocaine head, I'll give it to Leon. Leon did not call me a crackhead because crack is whack. That's what Whitney Houston said. He didn't call me a crackhead. He said, I'm a known cocaine abuser. So he didn't call me a crackhead. So I guess he was putting a little respect with the lie he told on my name. Like, they won't believe she on crack, but they'll believe she on cocaine. I mean, how you come up with that garbage? And you put that on that coat paper. DJ told you and my mama gonna both be in the back seat on silent. I ain't never started. I'll be like, put my music on. And then my son has the rule, you can't talk on the phone. Now, everybody know my phone gonna ring. Berta Baby say, who's the sex offender? The lady that lives in the house with Leon. Leon said he lived in the house, Berta Baby. And the lady that he lived in the house with is a registered sex offender. She's on tether. And Leon's on tether. And he's told in the paper to Judge Weir, that Mark Hutchinson, correct, and that they'll all be in the house, but he's going to agree to keep the sex offender in a little small house of 800 square feet away from the sun. You can't do that. Come on. So Mark Hudson says, get it right. Whitney said crack is cheap. She don't do cheap. There you go. Okay. I thought she said crack is whack. Mark, I'm going to challenge you on that. I'm going to look for that one. She might have had a whole thing, but I thought she said crack is whack. She don't do crack. Okay, she may have, but I believe she said crack is whack though too. But we're gonna look. Anyways, he didn't. We gonna. I'm gonna look that one up, Mark. But I'm gonna give you that one for right now. So unless somebody else can find it, but the fact that he did say, look, she's on cocaine and alcohol. Most alcoholics have a OUI, operating under the influence, a DUI, driving under the influence, or public intoxication. They got something that they violated, points on their license. I have 0 points on my license. Ain't never had any points on my license. So at some point, you're going to have an indicator that you have a problem. All they have is a lie that they're projecting out from their council seat in Leon on court papers. Is a lie. Is a lie. Now, to be on this council, you might need to have alcohol and cocaine with the behavior that they have. You might need to, because to understand some of the stuff they do, I don't understand it. And it's just bewildering to me. But so, Producer Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen.
Yes.
Corey says she said both. She makes too much money to do crack. She did say that, Corey. Yes. See, Mark, I knew that the Burners would get it. The Burners got it correct. Because I knew she had said that. Oh, I'm not on either one. Not on either one. And so, when we make suggestions or make statements, and he made false statements and signed them, there needs to be repercussions to that. Most definitely. So listen, we've been on there how long? Oh, this is a short one. Kiki Mama on here. Janae's call that demon from hell out. Kiki Daddy is the same as that demon from hell. Oh Lord. So Janae's Jackson is Kiki Mama. And Kiki Mama say don't bring out Squeak, because Squeak don't have no control. And Janae's don't play. So she don't play. So she has some very strong opinions. We did talk about that, Janae's, earlier, that the support that Kiki she needs a father. And she needed her father in court, and she needed her father to sympathize and speak on her behalf. There's a direct, distinct difference between you addressing Janae's Leon when you came, and then her father addressing him. Her father sympathized with him. And Kiki is still going through. How do you sympathize with the person who is your child's abuser, and your child is still going through? I don't understand that. I don't. I really don't. And I'm praying for Kiki, because it's tough. Like I said, when that happened, she just didn't have words. But she's got to focus on her child. In the court papers, it stated the father that he was going to go stay with a sexual offender. He was going to separate them in an 800 square foot home. So, Janae's Jackson says he beat women who had a crack of a wife. Kiki don't need that crack. Oh. So, Janae's, are you saying that the daddy beats women? And she said, I know it's very clear. She's saying the daddy don't need them. She got a mama. Gotcha. So this has been a week This has been a week. Huh? Producer Jessica said, and this is a Provel liar getting rise from a place on citizens' dime over an outright lie about a rape threat. The father said he was, hold on, Dr. Cammy. The father said he was an abuser of the past. Did he, Dr. Cammy? Can we play what the father said? I briefly listened to, for the first time I went to bed last night in a long time. It was a little after midnight. Y'all know I'll be up trying to do some things. So Cammy said can we play what he said? Because I wasn't in there.
Oh, yeah, let me find it.
Can
you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, let me find it.
I can hear. So Dr. Cammy said, the father said he was an abuser in the past. I didn't know that. Okay. And I guess we can listen. Because he did. Yes, he said he understood because of his past. Okay, but you got a daughter current. This man just took his grandson to stay with a sex offender. I mean, Christine Chandler, I figured he was an abuser. Skeptical J, he made me sick. And he is, Jessica Stewart, he has been proven a liar. Okay. Ask Sheldon brought the same drug testing officials in 2/3. Yeah, and it failed then. Janaeus Jackson, crackhead Darius, the police was just over his house a couple of months ago. Okay. Indigenous 69. Hi, Lady Tonya Burns. Congratulations to your
I got
team.
a few things I want to mention today. First, Reggie Flynn asked me to come down here, speak on their behalf, say a few words. All I want to say is this. Somebody got to break the trend. Somebody got to stop this downward trend, because in every city where there's a predominantly black council, black mayor, and a predominantly black school board, them the worst cities in America. No economic development, high crime rate, schools ain't doing nothing. So if our people fought and died for us to be in places of power that can help the community, and we got to start being ready to do that. How can we deny something that we need in our communities when that's the very reason you're sitting there, to be able to make it happen? People fought, died for us to be able to have city council. Just back in 1978, I remember, I was a little boy, but I remember everybody was out here voting. James Sharp became the mayor. Everybody was voting. Now in 2025, don't nobody want to vote because everything that went to hell. It don't look like this worked for us. So we got to make some type of connection back to the community and do something, because we just going to hell under our own leadership. Used to be the time we could blame white folk. We can't do that now. It's our own damn kind. Now I want to address the brother, because I want history to show me in the correct light. I want my grandson to one day say, man, my daddy was in trouble, and all you did was dog him, granddaddy. Especially when I live by faith, and my faith say you're supposed to want for your brother what you want for yourself. This is what I want for you, brother. What you're going through now, I hope it make you a better man, a better Muslim, more committed to the mission you was on. I hope it even make you find your purpose in life if you have not, and become great at it, brother. Because we all done things. I was with a man Monday morning having breakfast that wanted to kill me about his daughter 25 years ago because of what I done to her. So I'm not finna condemn this brother no more in public. I'm gonna pray for him. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help him become the man that he should be. And the reason why, because I ain't a nigga no more, I'm a black man. And that's what we do. And that's what I want for you, brother. True story. Peace.
Okay, he said the Black Council ain't doing anything. Well, Leon's part of the Black Council, but we do know that Candace voted in committee for $300,000 on her own nonprofit. We do know that Liddell voted for $25,000 on her nonprofit. We do know she voted for another $50,000 on her own nonprofit. We do know that Leon has gotten $150,000, $30,000, another $38,000, $6,000, $8,750. We do know that they are looking out for themselves. And somebody has a mystery house that the city or the state is paying $116,000 on a mystery address in Candace's ward to be fixed. Is the house worth $116,000? Candace Ward, $116,000. 116,000, $116,000. So he states the crime rate was high. Sir, Leon is part of the crime rate. Domestic violence is one of the measurables that's in the rubric to figure what our crime rate is. Leon is our crime rate. Past, current, and into the future for right now, because he has not been sentenced. He's not through getting dealt with the law, with the system. He's back in the system again because he wasn't rehabilitated. And you giving him a pass over your daughter? I'm confused. How could this not be an opportunity to speak life into your daughter and you take it to empathize with her abuser? What your grandson heard in the tapes I heard in the videotape, he heard Leon beating your daughter's ass. I've heard them in the recordings. And he says, Mama, why he hit you like that? Mama, why he do that to you? He hit your daughter in front of your grandson. Darius, you told me, the neighbors told you they saw him pulling her by her hair before. I mean, that's what you take the time to come up and do? When I leave my phone open for his daughter, and for her mama, and her friends and family, that if there's anything I can get you with services 24/7. If I'm on the phone with anybody, if Kiki call, I'm getting off the line with you because she needs to be supported right now. She needs to know and feel what support look like. Her mama is there. Her mama is there. She needs her community support. Her friend is there. But this is what he come up to do? Your grandson saw him beat her. Your grandson saw him throw her daughter's stuff out the door. The police came. Your grandson has been there. And you come up with that? He said it was okay for your grandson to be staying in the house with a sex offender. And it's on paper. It's on paper. Her mother's in here. I can't even, let me see. Janae's, Darius never been there for Kiki or my grandchildren. Well, that might be why he can come there and say that. I don't know. I know there's y'all history. My daddy will never be able to say that when he was in trouble, all you did was dog him, dog my daddy. He beat her in front of him. He traumatized the child, the grandson, in front of him. He traumatized the grandson in front of him. That is not okay. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's simply not normal. I listened to the video. Now you can come back and say, because me and Darius have had a checker pass where he would go off on me, didn't know him. I had him blocked for 3 years probably, because he liked to call people NIGGAS. I don't speak to that. You're not going to talk to me. I don't do that. But he beat her in front of the son. I listened to the child say, "Why did my daddy hit you, mama? Mama, you okay? Mama, stop crying. Mama, I'm sorry." Wasn't his fault. He did it in front of his child, didn't care. It's on 911. It was a 911 call. There's been several 911 calls. Look, Kiki has a GoFundMe. We had put it up prior. She has a GoFundMe. She's got a lot of things going on. This is something like we feel like we'd be watching on 2020 nighttime, Oprah or something, because the story is that unbelievable. Hey, Carol, what is going on, Carol? Carol, you ain't been around, player. How do you? I mean, her story. Literally, when we think that the strangulation, the beating, the "I'm gonna blow your mouth out." Do we have that recording? Is it handy? I'm gonna tell you, look, my daddies, my uncles, them Harrisons, them Littles. No, baby, no. You get loud, them Harrisons, all them uncles I got. Don't play. Do not play. If you got that recording. And this is just one. She's got multiple recordings where the child has said, "Why he do that? Why my daddy hit you, mama? Why is he doing that? You okay, mama? Mama, don't cry. Mama, don't cry." So let me know. Do we have it, Producer Jay?
I'm looking for it. I don't know where it's at.
When the last time that we didn't play it?
I'm having a cocktail right now.
But Tanya Lynn said you are behind all of this. How I'm behind him abusing her for 10 years. What you will not do is take your abusive criminal behavior and put it on me. You will not project your garbage on me. I wasn't at your house when the Mount Morris police showed up time after time after time after time, year after year after year after year. No, that's a lot. But see, that's what criminals do. That's what sociopaths do. They blame other people. They blame other people. I got involved when she called me. When I got those 2 emails, y'all, we didn't been through. I got 2 emails, didn't know who they were from. They wasn't from Kiki's name on it. I sent back. I got one at 8:13, the other one at 8:39. I said I didn't understand them. They weren't clear. And then I got a call back. I said, "Give me a call if you need some help or further information." Janaez, who was on here, her mother called me along with Kiki. Her mom says she won't go to the hospital. And then she was traumatized. And I asked her mom, I said, "Do you need me to take her? Do you need me to pick her up and take her?" And her mother said, "No, I'm going to get her to go." I met Janaez and Kiki at the hospital. We walked in together into the hospital. We walked in together. We were in the waiting room together. We were in the examination room together. We were in the intake room together. I wasn't going to leave her by herself, because when you a victim, you need somebody who's going to stand by you, who can speak for you in the time when you may not be able to speak for yourself and to make sound judgment. When somebody's telling me they were beat in the head with their fist and strangled. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you. I wasn't going to walk away. And this community ain't walking away from Kiki. We're not walking away. Kiki mama said it's a bump on the front of your head, a lump. And the doctor was putting her hands through because Kiki had those braids and trying to feel, through the braids for the lumps. And she disrobed. I stepped out while she disrobed. She put her gown on. I came back. Then she asked me, I took pictures. Because sometimes things come up missing. They wanted pictures. What I did was stepped in the gap to help somebody. Domestic violence is wrong. If you don't love somebody, leave and walk away. Don't put your hands on them. It's okay to fall out of love with people or out of light. Leave. Don't put your hand. It is a coward. When you put your hands on a woman, you are a fucking coward. When you beat women, you are a fucking coward. When you do it in front of your children, you are a fucking coward. A coward does that. Because every time Arthur Woodson come up there, 9 times out of 10 when he go to speak, Leon run to the back. He moved so quick to that back room. He moved to the back. Get up out of his seat and run to the back. Cowards run. Cowards beat on women. Men who ain't worth their weight will beat a woman. Men who have low self-esteem will beat a woman. Men who have watched their parents be beat, their mama be beat, will beat on women. When you do this in front of your children, it makes the likelihood of your children to offend and to do the behavior because they've seen it. Not talking about what I think, I'm talking about what I know. Cowards beat on women. Cowards tell women you ugly. Cowards tell women you fat. Cowards tell you, shut the F up, I'm gonna beat your A. Cowards tell you, I'm gonna blow your mouth out, Kiki. Cowards. Because they don't buck up to the men like this. They don't do that. And then you got Liddell protecting him. Judy is supposed to be a Republican protecting him. And Candace protecting him. But if you see your father beating your mother, it's normalized. You're like, okay. This becomes a part of your life. And that's why people need to call it out and get help. They need help. October is National Domestic Violence Month. People need help. There's several recordings she got. Kiki feels he's going to kill her. She told me. I said, do you think so? She says, I think he's going to kill me. He will kill me. I'm scared. So much as they want me to leave, and my life has been different since then. She's speaking from things that she's seen, as things she's afraid, I'm sure, to tell anybody with him. There are things I know she's afraid to tell anybody. Someone had put up the cousin that was missing. The cousin that had been missing, Mitchell Wilson. And 4 to 5 months before then, I think Kevin Tay had put that up. An insurance policy was taken out on him. Leon took out 2 insurance policies on Kiki, Daquisha Smith, and Martin, and took out 2 insurance policies she did not know. When he took them out, forged her name, and spelled it wrong. So we know he did it, because didn't you say he spelled alcohol wrong, Producer Jay? He don't use spell check, I guess.
Yeah, he's illiterate. So
And he spelled her name wrong. Took out 2 insurance policies on her, and she did not know. Never told her at all. Took 2 up, not 1, but 2. So I do want to say that. So you couldn't find it?
I mean, I'm going through Messenger now, but I don't know what it's on.
Well, we're going to call this going on to 1 o'clock. So listen. Oh no, hold on. Oh. I don't know why I got this song thankful in my head today. I mean, it's just really been in my head. And it ain't like I can sing at all. So someone, Janae Liddell says she didn't want that guy address, but Leon showing all your addresses. Yeah, well, Leon was at my mama house. He was out there flashing where my son lived. I need her to be outraged. He was out there taking pictures and sent them to people. You can show up there to Flushing if you want to. I'm going to advise that you don't. Because across the street is a retired officer. Down the street is a police chief. And Ken's retired from the police department. Tyann, what is Davina doing about Leon's residency? She says she turned it in. I didn't have so many other. I don't know where it's at. I do not know. Lenny said, LOL, I've been having Grateful stuck in my head too. It has just been in my head. 9:40 on the West Coast. Well, it's a 9:40, and here we is. Well, it's 9:40 on the West Coast. Yeah, but on this side of the country, it's 12:41 now. So that's why you cannot, if you have a family member or anyone, co-worker, get them help. Get them help. There is help. Because often young men who see their mother being abused will be abusers too. And the young ladies will most likely seek the same love that they saw their father give their mother, and they will end up with abusers and be abused. So get help. And if you are an abuser on here and you need help, or you need connect and contact me. If you're on here, you know how to get in contact with me. You can inbox me. I don't care what state you live in. There's the 800 hotline that we continue to display. We have not put that up. Look at Carl. Now, Carl and Carol, them two would cancel each other out. When Carl get I'm surprised Carl ain't called in. Did somebody take Carl's phone? Because Carl would normally call in. Janaea said he had one of my grandsons and one on Kiki policy. I want the world to know Kiki covered by the blood of Jesus. They're going to claim that she is covered by the blood of Jesus, and may the angels camp around her for her protection. Amen, amen, amen. So he got one on her grandson too. So he was getting policies on everybody. So there was a text message that went out from a young lady, and then the young lady put on there on the text message, which was on the watch, that you wait for that money from your baby mama, laugh, LMA, or laugh MIA, y'all. And then she put, greed is going to be the death of you. And that was on the text message. So Kiki had been watching things for a very long time. And people need to understand that you may not want to trade the place with him, with her place, people may think, because there were a lot of women that she went through those files, she stated, that he was dealing with text messaging and contacting. and she literally for I think a year and a half, and then through the relationship, what she endured. I don't know how. I know people probably, what was that TikTok? Who was I married to? Who the F was I married to was on TikTok. She had like, I don't know how, like a whole series of it. I don't know how many, but it went viral where she put on there about her husband she married and didn't know who he was, and people were watching it. I never got a chance to watch it at all. I did send you one thing with Whitney Houston. Did you get that one?
Let me look for it. Let me look.
So, Risa Tessa. Yeah, Risa Tessa. Yep, that's the one, Sheena. Yep. That is the one. At Risa Tessa. Tessa Ressa, whoever she was married to, she didn't know who he was. Flint must have no man. I think the struggle is real here, and I think it's real because he's got a lot, and but in a lot of it, she thought that they were just friends or business, and she's going through so much. And right now, this part with the custody is tearing her up that he put in there. Yes, he lives with a sex offender, but the sex offender will not be around the child in the same house, and they both are wearing tethers. Both of them. Both. There's really one idea made about them. There's really a messed up idea about what men are. All right, so producer, if you can't find it, that's fine. So, look, we're gonna get off of here. So, look, if you can donate to Producer J 1987. This was a late one, a very late one. It's been a long day. It has been a long day. Oh, well, never mind. Don't do it then. Don't play. So we gonna get on off of here. So, anyways, Janae, is Liddell his mother because he doesn't look nothing like? Oh, Janae's on here. Okay. Anyway, so listen, if y'all can donate Producer J 1987. I appreciate y'all being on here and sharing your time with me. It is going on 1 o'clock in the morning. Will you be there in the morning to love me? Okay. Y'all know I can't sing. Producer J.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Gotta Black the show with, she said, Liddy, y'all, what's this thing? What I say with the kids be clocking it. Is it clocking it? Which one is it? Which finger do you use? Yeah, when they clocking it. I don't know which one you use. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know which one you use. So look, we're gonna get off here. Look, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for spending your time with me and for say prayers for Kiki. She needs prayers and support. Her mom is on here. Thank you, Janez, for being on here, speaking for your daughter. And I hope we covered things. Look, and if it's things that y'all want us to cover, drop it in the inbox. Message us and let us know if it's something that you want us to talk about. Drop it in the message box. Yes, that meeting was crazy. Where's LaShawn and them to go? I don't know. I don't think that LaShawn is for the message. She told her I'm not I'm not doing what your tail want me to do. I'm not doing what your tail want me to do. So she is saying she is her own person, is what she's saying. She's her own person.
Yeah, but talk is cheap now, because she literally been sitting there for the last 2 months, not having a clue on any of everything that's been coming up there, and she's been voting with what Liddell tells her to vote for. So hopefully hopefully that's a turning point. But I think that call to the mayor's office will probably
Well, I'm quite sure everybody got a call after yesterday. Don't y'all mess up my 5 votes. But she ain't putting up a Candace mess. And Candace is not the type, going back down. And Candace is she like her spot with Neely.
yeah. Candace will poke the bear. She don't care. She enjoyed that.
Yeah, she does. That's why, but Neely fired her butt too, and said because she talked crazy to people, she was disrespectful. And I'm not gonna let her talk. She keep talking, the girl. I'm gonna sue you, Liddell. I'm not gonna play with them. I mean, you're supposed to chair a meeting respectfully, and that she the most disrespectful person. Like you said, I mean, maybe we need to put in check how many disrespectful things has she done and who she said them to. I mean, she is disrespectful every meeting. When the guy said, "Thank you," that's your second warning. You can't come. Thank you. You get out. Oh, thank you. When is Leon? Leon has been said that it's been bound over to the higher court, to circuit court. We don't have a court date yet. We do not have a court date yet. So I don't know. I don't know. So, please remember to support St. Mark Baptist Church. Monday, October the 13th, 6:30 p.m. They will have a restoration service with Bishop Larry Trotter at Calvary Church at 2111 Flushing Road. Pastor of St. Mark's Church, Kevin Thompson, will be there asking that you come and join in fellowship for a restoration service. For restoration. So any email suggestions to talking with Tonya Burns at gmail.com. Email suggestions to talking with Tonya at gmail.com. Y'all, I'm yawning.
Hey, we didn't do my segment.
Lord.
I got a new sound bite, so.
Oh Lord. All right. What's producer segment?
No, I just got a new not a new segment. I got a new sound bite.
What's your sound bite?
Can I play it?
Oh Lord, go ahead.
I had a cocktail. Yes, I had a cocktail.
Well, you gotta get the one we said, well, yes, I had a cocktail. That's what he said.
She said, well, but were you at all drinking? Yes, I had a cocktail.
Well, yes, I had a cocktail. Is what he said. I was like, Maze. He did have a cocktail. She did. He did at that time. So listen, I appreciate each and every one of you for spending your time. And thank you for those who could donate. But as always, you can donate to $ Producer J 1987 at Cash App. Oh my God, I'm tired. Okay, look, y'all. Tonya, don't yawn because you making me tired.
Well, we know you're gonna be up at 6 o'clock. So
no, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I'm tired. So listen, you enjoy your night, and thank you to the moderators, Sheena, Patrick, Jean. I don't know if I've seen him on here tonight, but thank you, Sheena, back there for keeping us alert and on our toes. Appreciate you. And thank you to producer Jay for making this happen tonight. And with our team, you going to hell for that one. That's what you're going to hell for. So the question was, who wore better? Little Richard or Liddell? How many likes did Arthur Woodson get on that page?
I don't know, but he just went nuclear on that one.
kind of, and it's set up kind of cute though. Like they both kind of looking like, when he said Little Richard, I'm like,
no, but you are right. He got the pose right. It's like Liddell was posing to see who wore
right, the pose is right.
Who wore the best.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, okay. So, who wore it better? I just don't know, Producer Jay. Producer Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, we didn't look to see how many he got on there.
Well, let me look real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. So, listen. M. Kersey said they look like twins. Tasha Lynn said Art nailed this one. When he said Little Richard, bop, bop, a little bop, bip, bamboo, tutti frutti, oh cutie, tutti frutti, oh cutie. Sorry.
So it looks like he got like 186 reactions.
Oh wow. And everybody does not react. So his insights on that one his analytics must have been Liddell, I got some clicks, likes, and shares on that one on you. He got some clicks, likes, and shares on that one. He got some. Oh, he got some. I know she hates them clicks, likes, and shares, but he got them. But she been doing pretty good on clicks, likes, and shares too.
Oh, she gonna. Hey, but this is the crazy thing about it. Next, she's gonna put his ass out. The next meeting.
Oh, they gonna put his ass out quick. Gonna hit the road, Jack. And don't you
he got no leash now.
Oh no, no, because he clowned her. He completely clowned her with this one. When he put that Little Richard wig up, oh no, the signature picture with Little Richard is signed, his autograph photo. So
no, he killed her on that. He ate on that.
When he said Little Richard, that was wrong. Oh, okay. Anyways, look, we were supposed to be getting off of here. We were supposed to be getting off of here.
You know what Carl said?
Carl didn't call in.
Good for 5.
Where is Carl? Because Carl would be the last hour. Because Carl liked to talk. I'm surprised he didn't call in. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm good and tired, as the folks say. I'm good and tired. And so, I'm sorry. Now I got Tutti Frutti, oh cutie, Tutti Frutti in my hand. Bop, bop, baloo, bop, bip, bamboo. I'm sorry. What else did Little Richard sing? What's the Little Richard hits? Oh, he told me I will call in next time. So there y'all go. See, Carl, Carl, you got dedicated fans on the Tonya Burns show. Your fans wanted you to call in because you could have just had the flow, Carl. Wop, bop, wop, bam, okay. JP6. So anyways, listen, we're going to close out.
Carl could have had the flow.
Oh, you're talking about when he'd be like, shut it. Shut it. When he would do that. Oh, anyways. Okay, listen. Carl don't want to call in. Look, and he all in the comments. My word, you need rest. He the only person on here that said that. I don't know, Carl, that was asking for you. So anyways, look, Tutti frutti, oh cutie, we're going to get off of here. So, Producer Jay, we out of here. So listen, until the next time, a bop, wop, a loo bop, a bit bamboo, tutti frutti, oh cutie. Send me off from, look, if there's something on here, charge it to my mind, not my heart. Sending everybody love. Producer Jay, thank you. And Sheena Beckton tonight, good night. Good night, Producer Jay. And thank you, all of y'all. Y'all have a good night.
It's the Tonya Burns show, don't you know? Like and share, let's make it glow. Flint City News, we bring the heat. When we fight, we beat defeat. I won't give up, I won't stand down. The city's heart will never drown. Together we rise, we've got the power. In unity we find the hour. The residents deserve much more. Let's break these chains, open the door.